Alright everyone, and we're already back. Quick transition everyone, we're back on Zelda Speedruns with the Ocarina of Time Randomizer and a weekly race. Gonna be awesome. We have many awesome people. If I could find the scenes as well. There it is. We've got an awesome line of people today. We've got Rock Chalka and Cups Rule, Lime 6 and Lolo. I don't know why Stream 4 isn't crop, but we will fix that immediately. And commentating today will be FQF, I hope I pronounced your name right, FQF, and Emo Soda, so take it away.
Hello, everybody.
Yo, what up, chat? What up, FQ?
What up? It's going to be an exciting match today. Weekly race.
More weeklies. See what happens today.
We got 4 very quality runners here for you today. I'm excited to see what the race holds for us.
Chat already talking about, ban me from seed rolling, I'm guessing, because I rolled the seed. Alright, we have 3 races remaining, so it should be starting soon, so I'll leave it to you. Good luck to all the racers, and let's have an awesome weekly race.
And chat pointing out we can already start on the fashion checks.
That's
See
true
them in
with
the
tunics.
hash on the top.
I like the red coming in from Liam. It's pretty strong. Everything else is like a weird green shade or something.
Yeah, I like Rock Chalk's kind of like muted teal kind of color, like it's like a little bit in between teal and cyan.
Oh no,
Spirit Medallion start.
So.
Oh no, somebody linked the clip.
Oh no, I think I've seen this.
Oh, that's the one with the movie intro, right?
Yes.
Fucking, I'm gonna rewatch that later, but oh my god.
I just want to point out that shit took 8 hours to render.
Totally worth it. Spirit Medallion. I don't know. I always like stone starts. Is that just me? What about you?
I don't hate stone starts. I feel like I'm gonna get yelled at for saying this, but AD gets a bad rap. It's not that bad, guys.
All dungeons?
Yeah.
All the donjons in the world. Not so bad. Not so bad. That's why I like stone starts a lot, because you're making progress towards AD. It doesn't really matter what Deku is, actually. It just has to be not bad. And then that's just a starter that I'm addicted to. It's just Deku start every single scene. It's like ordering. It's like ordering McDonald's. You just, you order it one day and like, okay, that was great. The next day, you totally forget. Okay, I'm just gonna order it again. Let's go. Deku start every scene.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
It's a lot of checks. A lot of good stuff in Deku Tree.
Helps your time of day too, like getting out of Kakuri Forest and it's almost already night. Like, oh, that's great. I don't have to waste the time to go Southfield. Which is another popular opener, going Open Grotto to Owl. Sets your time of day perfectly for 3 song. And gets a couple of Spear 0 checks out of the way. But we're going to start here soon. About 15 seconds.
Getting close to that start time.
Hell yeah.
Forward to seeing what this race has in store for us. And we're off.
Pog.
Only one runner going for sword chest here.
I have a very love-hate relationship with the sword chest. I usually skip it nowadays. Kind of pays off a lot of the time. You can kind of avoid it if you get a foolish Kakari Forest Tent, but other times, like the seed that I just played this morning, it was my go mode.
Yeah, I kind of caught a bit of that. I
Yeah.
didn't see the race. Heard a bit about it. Some people did not finish because they squirrel brained the Kokiri sword chest.
Yeah, I mean, that Shadow Temple had 2 strengths and long shots, so kind of restricted what you could even do. But anyway, we're seeing Rock Chaco here, Southfield, also Wall Away is also going Southfield. Not too surprising. Kind of see this a lot of the time. Like I said, it's a very popular opener. Some would say #1 opener right now.
You know what? I feel like you want to give deference to Deku Tree here, just because you start with that slingshot, Mido's house. I feel like you should give that a look. Looks like Liam's gonna do the same thing. Go head out.
We'll see what Cup does here in just a sec. First Hand of the Seed. GTG is foolish. That's a very good hint to find. Don't even have to go that way. Hopefully you get Requiem so you don't even have to cross Wasteland.
Yeah, that's a really nice foolish hint to have because GTG you can sink a lot of time into. Zora's Fountain Way of the hero. Okay.
Wow. Wow, is Cubs is going into Lost Woods with no Ocarina here.
Oh, he's gonna do this slingshot target.
Oh, interesting. Just a bloopy. It'd be really good if you had 40 rupees right now just to get the salesman out of the way. You could even scum it and do Deku. Looks like he's gonna leave. Not a lot of people like to farm up the money, and I don't really blame them. You don't really start with that much money in Curry Forest here. Always feels like you should be doing something, right?
Right. I'm gonna dip out real quick, change some microphone settings. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. And Rockshock is the first to market here. Is going to get the gold skull in the guardhouse here.
And we're back.
Oh, welcome back. Cubs also going to go South Hyrule. So it looks like everyone is going Open Grotto Owl as their starter here.
It is a very powerful play. It does determine. There's a reason why you said it's the strongest play and that's why everyone's doing it. I just think there's a lot of consideration. Even if it's just one check in Deku, if it's just Goma, the slingshot makes me want to do Deku Tree. Personally, I'm just the guy in the commentary booth today. I'm not running the race.
Yeah, I think you have to, like, once you do Open Grotto Owl, that's like you saying, like, I'm definitely doing 3-song. Like, there's no, you can't really pivot from that very much. It's really hard to, at least. There's a second fountain hint here.
And that was Market Foolish too, and I think Skull Mask dead.
Oh wow. That's part of the thing with openers too. There might be like a quote unquote best one, but it doesn't always play out to be the best in every seed. So there's a lot of leeway, and a lot of the times several different kinds of openers will converge at some point in the seed, and depending on what everyone does, it's either sooner or later, depending on what they do in the mid game.
Yeah, like there's always stuff that you're going to do within the first hour. Like you're gonna do this 3-song stuff early. So like whether or not that gives you much of an advantage over somebody who goes adult before doing Zelda. It's all dependent on the seed, really.
Yeah, as long as you're efficient and your movement, your routing isn't bad, you can really do whatever you want, more or less. As long as the opener itself isn't bad. So like maybe not rushing chickens, maybe not, going for kind of meme openers like that. Although there is an argument to it doing that.
But that's like hyper metaing. Like,
yeah, it's on the extreme side for sure. Liam is just catching up to Lol, and Rock comes a little bit further behind. Again, you check the slingshot target in Lost Woods, and the extra hint up there. So the only difference between the routes of the featured runners here is, I guess everyone knows GCG Foolish, actually, then. There's no difference then at all.
yeah, because that was, well, excuse me, because that was in the open grotto and everybody, same opener, so everybody knows that.
Okay, a Nocturne from ZL. So it can be a little bit scary going in 3-song here and not knowing what your medallions are for a long time. Can definitely influence your routing, and knowing whether or not to go adult and how soon, I think, is a big thing for routing. You don't want to waste too much time in Child 1 segment, although if all of your adult items are somewhere deep in the first Child segment, it can be kind of tough if you have to kind of step away from that and then come back, at some point, maybe 20-30 minutes later in the seed, rather than just doing it maybe 40 minutes in.
Right, and at this point, I expect pretty much everybody's going to be moving towards Lon and then doing Lost Woods and probably Deku Tree in some fashion or another.
Yeah, I think a big point here is whether or not they check Valley.
Yeah, that's something that we're gonna maybe see some divergence on. Song of Time from Malin.
Not too exciting. They already got their exciting song with Nocturne and CL, so I mean, even if the next 2 songs on Lon and Saris are not that great, it doesn't really matter. They can get back to Castle with enough time of day. They still have Deku as a time of day reset, so they can really go a lot of places from Lon. No explosives yet, so you're not going to see any river plays just yet. I think I'm always an advocate for early Deku, so I think that's number 1 on my list. So we'll see that sooner rather than later. I don't think anyone's going to skip Deku in this situation.
No, absolutely not.
And
it looks like
Rock's going back, yeah.
Gonna do just that.
That's number 1.
All right, Lalaway's next.
Yeah.
Going back.
There he goes. There they go. It's like watching salmon go up a river. They just right up the waterfall. Great form. Yeah, it's very close between these racers, so hopefully it stays that way for the entire race. It'd be kind of cool.
I hope they don't all just take the same route the entire time. That would not be interesting.
I mean, then we got a lot of potential here for this salmon meme. I don't know. This can go places. They're just following after each other. Wow.
Anyone do early valley anymore? It's not favorable. It's
okay. I think it's not the worst thing in the world to do, but it does take a long time. Like it's about 5 minutes leaving the back of Lon Lon to get there. And no,
ice cavern, way of the hero.
Ooh. So it's a lot of time investment for movement, especially overworld. If you think you're going to go to GTG, then sure, just skip it anyway, and hopefully you get Bomb 2 so you can just check both things there. Outside of that, we know GTG is barren in this seed, so I don't know. I think that would probably make me go a little bit more towards that direction, especially not getting pretty much any items right now, only having Slingshot. I think everyone's just going to be really kind of devoted to the efficiency of the route, though. They're just going to stick to it because they already picked Open Grotto Owl as their opener.
And it looks like Liam is going to go Valley here. Walk out of Lon Lon.
Wow.
We have some divergence.
Nice.
We do have Hammer Rocks dead.
Interesting. Ooh, and Cub's also gonna go to Valley. It's heading that direction. So we'll see if the time here pays off or not. It's a bit of an investment. Again, a couple minutes. That Rockjock and Lol will have above Cubs and Liam, assuming no items are in Valley. Ooh, a lens and Deku here. And a hook shot. There we go. There's your first big item of the seed. Deku paying out. Not very surprising. Not very surprising. Again, all logical. They have that slingshot from Mido, so they can just... there could be an item in every chest here, who knows? Although we didn't find anything in the map chest, so...
Everything's in Deku, and we just... That's the only place you need to go.
Yeah, life's good. It's probably a stone, but whatever. I'll take that. You don't want your first hookshot in Deep Fire or Deep Spirit Adult, like... is probably the #1 location to find it.
Nothing in the crate.
Yeah, in these settings, the lens is only needed for Wasteland and Treasure Chest minigame and Market. You know, Market's dead, so the only thing it could be logically for is crossing Wasteland. We know GTG is also dead. Fortress could have something, but it's not really a area of the world we're probably going to go to in the seed. We'll find out if Spirit's a medallion or a stone. No one's checked the pedestal yet. No one's been adult yet. And it didn't look like...
Yeah, just a bloopy in the waterfall, I think.
Oh.
I missed this hint on Liam's side.
It was Cackway the hero? Yeah, there we
Cackway
go.
the hero.
Okay, 50 Skulls is dead too. The lake hidden by the lab. Ooh, a magic also.
Basement. Wow.
Nice. There we go. I have to just find their bomb bag, Gungoma. They'll be really in business here to clear a lot of stuff out. Liam also doing the lake. I think Cubs will also follow.
Dead. Not sure entirely what that was on the diving spot.
I was too busy getting harassed by Toxic and Chad here. So I also did not see it. We'll probably get another look here as Liam exits fishing. So Rock and Law probably feeling pretty good about their Deku play here.
And it's Scrub Central with a raid.
41 people, nice. Welcome everyone.
Everybody.
I think their tournament race just ended.
Hey, Scraps. I hope the race went well.
We are just underway here in our NA Weekly.
Well, we have a
ton
race.
of-
Oh, sorry. You speak.
Not a ton of effort into your strength. See, this is why when you have a slingshot, you should do Deku first. You see.
Just do every seed. Just go Deku. It has tons of shit in it every time. Oh, and it's Medallion. Nice. Okay. Well, not too far off from doing forests. Really just need explosives for DC. In pretty good shape.
We have
Had
a
a couple
moment.
songs as adult.
We have a moment.
Yeah.
Since Scraps did raid us, just want to quickly bring to attention that it's not just all the people, you see, all of our beautiful runners, which, I'm going to do a command in the chat right now. Follow all of them, all of them are providing their stream for us to restream. And also the commentators right now, Imasoda and FFQF. Sorry, I forgot if you corrected me on my pronunciation, but go follow those two as well. But there's also some people in the background working, making sure that you can just hop into your stream and see what all the items are. Those are our trackers. And they're in the background right now watching, the streams for you and just clicking off the things so that anyone can just hop into the stream and just see how we're doing on items. So thank you to all of them. And yeah, thank you to Perpetual, Aspian, Lucky, and Kazunya. And I'll pass the mic back to you.
All right. Thank you, George.
Alright, so let's see where Rock and Law go from here. Liam's going to Deku. Cubs is in Graveyard. With that Nocturne starting off, it's really easy to check Dampe. Gonna be a little bit short on money.
Yeah, it's easy to check Tampa if you have enough money to pay him.
Yeah. There's 5 rupees under each grave here, so it's pretty easy to just farm a bunch of money. A little bit aggressive to go to Graveyard this early, I think. You're going to be passing by here as adult anyway, so it's really only Dampe that you are coming here for, I think. Not a ton of hints that we have either. Oh, okay, some money. Got Ice Cavern Way the hero, we got Fountain Way the hero, Cack Way the hero, so I feel like that really should be pushing the runners a little bit more towards adult, but...
That was a fish bottle on the crate.
Oh, was it? I'm gonna write that down.
I was just gonna go for these night skulls. This is interesting.
It's very aggressive. I mean, he saw the Cackway the hero, right, in Valley, so Cubs and Liam both saw that.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense from that standpoint.
Won't have 10 from here, though, is the only
Yeah,
issue with this. It's gonna be one short. Or, yeah, one short.
Yes, Cubs did get a nice rupee count from his Dampe digging, heart-pounding grave digging tour.
Oh, it's got a very nice rupee count there. Did you see that?
Yeah, very nice.
Lol, shocked that he got a Deku Nut from the scrub.
Seemed like he wasn't sure if he'd saved or not. Scum that money.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Better to eat the costs.
It's a lot of money. I mean, if you don't have a big boy shield yet, kind of want to save it for that if you can. It at least makes the seed a lot more convenient to play. Ooh, check in man on roof. This is... Okay, going into the open grotto, okay.
There's your Requiem on stereo.
It's a hell of a song.
Or on City Way of the Hero and get ice trapped in the back grotto.
So nothing found in CAC yet. Ooh, Icy Waters is dead. It's an SFM hint here. And another 50 skull hint. Yeah, Skull Mask is dead. Dead Hand and Well is a dead item. I think it's Gerudo Valley Hammer Rocks is dead as well.
Yes.
30 and 50 are dead. Oh yeah, that is a good point. Icy Waters Dead Hint is really good with Fountain, Way of the Hero, and Ice Way of the Hero. You really just want to find Letter here, right?
Yeah, like, Letter's gonna be pretty key. As is ZL, but I think probably gonna see that on Windmill, right? More likely than not.
Where's the L?
Or on Requiem check.
Yeah, it could be Requiem. I think, unless you're gonna do Child Spirit, I think I would just check it as Adult, because otherwise you're gonna have to play Nocturne to get back Adult. For Rock Chalk, is already in Lost Woods, so this is not terrible. I think most people are probably gonna at least, I don't know, he hasn't even checked Pedestal yet is the problem, right? This could just be a Stone Spirit that is completely unneeded. So I don't know what a lot of people would do in this situation.
I think personally I would, just having that slingshot. Again, the slingshot, more normally people kind of meme on the slingshot, but it's actually pretty pivotal the way this early game's played out. Prelude here.
Okay. That's actually really lucky. It's really gonna pay off for routing. It's just super free. So now you don't have to just mess with anything else in Child. Just go Adult now.
Yeah.
And Rock's gonna be the first person that goes Adult. Right around the 24-minute mark. That's pretty standard. I think 22 is like as fast as you could probably go for 3-song in a lot of situations, unless you skip a lot of checks. We saw Liam and Cubs do Valley, so Lol is right behind Rock Chalk. Gonna get Prelude. We'll finally get a pedestal check here. Very nice. Get a good idea of where this seed's gonna go. Okay, so Fire, Jabu Spirit, DC are required medallions. Stone Forest, Shadow, and Water.
That's a nice set of stone dungeons, I think. If you, assuming you don't have to do them. But again, AD's not that bad. So
I feel like the stone dungeons are pretty scary. Water, Forest, Shadow. These are always kind of one of the worst ones that items could be in for each one. What if there's an item in each one? I guess it depends on the order. Yeah, I guess it depends on the order you do them in. Oh, they haven't gotten any shadow-specific items yet outside of magic. So I wouldn't write it out, but I definitely wouldn't bank on it yet. It's a little bit too early yet.
All the way giving us those child spirit checks.
Oh, I missed that Goron City Way the hero. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
The CAC Open Grotto. Cubs is the only one who has that right now.
Oh, interesting. Huh. And also, if you went early adult in the seed, you would have that information pretty early on. So that would definitely not drive you in that direction at the very least. We know DC is a medallion. So I think a lot of people, assuming they do Deku in their child segment first, and then go adult, they won't fall too far behind. Otherwise, they're gonna have to go back child and then back adult, which is really what you don't want to see. Lol picked up a small key in child spirit. Looks like they're gonna keep. Oh yeah.
Nothing else on child side though, just some nuts. And yeah, I can see them not climbing up at this point. Just save that key for later.
Trying to get the skull token here. The CAC song is ZL. Not a bad seed. What you wouldn't want to see is like ZL on Burning CAC for CAC Way the Hero. That would have been a lot more scary.
And all the way isn't gonna climb up here. Taking the floor master back, and he's gonna go back up.
Oh, he took the floor master?
Yeah, got grabbed. Gonna keep climbing.
Okay. It's a little bit slower than just a walk back, but still going up here.
Ooh, choose.
Ooh. Let's see how many that is. 10, okay. Nice. Yeah, I think you should climb here. I don't know. If you already commit to Child Spirit, right, it's right here. You might as well, rather than having to come back. So the biggest thing for them right now is they don't know if Spirit's actually required. But like you said, the early slingshot puts in the logic a lot sooner. And there's quite a number of item checks. The only problem is you can't go past the child climb.
Yeah, no
I'm
explosives.
not sure. Yeah.
Kind of puts a damper on that one.
Rocking that Goron City Way the hero. Yeah, we found Tenchu's and ZL and CAC so far, and that's pretty much it. We will need the bomb bag to get logical explosives, but it will lead the runners to having a lot more choices in what they choose to route in. Be able to get a couple things out of logic.
Right, I imagine we'll see DC here from Rock Chalk before too long, just because it is required. And with the bomb choose, should be able to clear that up no problem. Along with that strength from Goma.
Go
Go ahead.
What was that?
I was just... Bigoron's dead.
Oh yeah.
Noting that.
Many wet, nice. Looks like Rock is choosing to clear DC from the way he's playing Nocturne here instead of Minuet. course, he won't, outside of using the choose, he won't have a way to get back to Goron City, so I think this is pretty fine play. Meanwhile, Cubs is just finishing up 3-song here. Gonna get Requiem soon, and probably Prelude as well from Spirit. We'll see if he goes and jumps into Child Spirit. Both Liam and Law went in there.
Nothing in the Redead Grotto in CAC either.
It's issue number 1 for Rock.
If Kakariko Village is Way of the Hero just for ZL, that is the most rando thing I could possibly think of.
Well, that's part of the problem with ZL Way of the Hero. Like, it's required in so many seeds that a lot of the time I feel like areas are just Way of the Hero only because ZL is there, so it's not too surprising. It was a bit just because of the check density. So kind of a slow start, really. Kind of have to do 3-song to get anywhere in the seed here. Scale on top of DC though. Rock is gonna pick that up. Not gonna use a chew on the DMT wall. So picking and choosing right now. Probably wants to scum them if possible, just to speed up DC. But he also has the strength, and it's a risk that you take in doing that kind of a strategy, but it looks like he's going to use his strength here. Liam with the very early chickens. 33 minutes. Oh. Gonna get a couple of checks here in CAC along the way. Lol picking up ZL.
I mean, with the CAC Way of the Hero, I think it's fair to roll the dice on chickens. It's a bit of a gamble, but it could pay out for him really big if it's something.
His Way of the Hero CAC. So I think this is a fine play. Personally, I wouldn't do it, but also kind of for the reasons I stated, but also it's a very long check. One of the longest checks in Rando right now.
This is a question of, how aggressive you want to play. Like stick upgrade in DC.
It's pretty nice.
And Cubs basically rushing 10 is also a fairly aggressive move, I think. And based on what we've seen so far, like there hasn't really been much. I mean, ZL fulfills it, but like there's still those other checks in CAC that could potentially pay out.
Mm-hmm. Cubs checking the pedestal here.
Right now it feels like Cubs is very behind it. He's done a handful of things like those cack night skulls and Dompe that have kind of pushed him back a bit.
Yeah, he's not in DC here yet, and he hasn't been to CAC as adult yet.
Oh wow, Chickens
It's
is a
not
nice
gonna-
trap.
That's what you get.
Sometimes you roll the dice, and sometimes it does not pay for you.
Oh, all those minutes just gone. I walked into the alley, didn't walk out. Okay, Cub's going to CAC now. Gonna do the graveyard checks. Yo. ZSR 3. For the party 27, welcome to the NA Weekly. It's been kind of a slow start. Everyone's just kind of doing 3-song, having fun. Seeing the Goron Cityway, the hero, check here from Wallaway. We'll see if they use any bomb chews.
Quickly update everybody. Here's who you're watching today. Here's who's talking. It's us. It shows up. There it is.
Doing
I
my
thought
job.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
figured I'd get ahead of it.
we've got 4 awesome racers here. We've got 2 awesome commentators, and of course, don't forget, yes, we've got 4 awesome trackers here as well in the background, making sure. And hey, it's cool in the chat. Yeah, it's an awesome restream, and it's gonna be more awesome because you know it's a George seat. just wait for the one thing that's gonna screw everyone over.
And quickly, we did get letter on Link the Goron, so that is going to open up a lot. It's going to open up 2-way the heroes for our runners here.
Butter was where?
Link the Goron.
Oh.
Sun Song in the crater. Chalk takes down the hardest boss in the game.
Might be a good spot here for Lol to just rush ice. They have ZL, and they know Icy Waters is dead, so they're gonna get the Fountain Way the hero and Ice Cavern Way the hero fulfilled if they just go that way. Now they'll probably clear DC. Kinda like what we're seeing from Rock here. Pretty penalty free either way. Really no risk taken yet.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
It's a pretty sure George rolled this. This is like a textbook rando seed so far.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
It's only 40 minutes in. There's plenty to go around still, I'm sure.
We found like 3 useful items. I can see an hour into the future and oh my god. They still have the same number of items in an hour.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Not even Halloween yet.
That's too spooky. What's your preference on Ice Cavern FQ?
I mean, knowing its way the hero is pretty helpful. I think it's all dependent. I think, especially in this seed where you know GTD is dead, it's very strong anyway, regardless of, you know, being hinted as Way of the Hero.
Yeah, Way of the Hero letter. And Jabu's a medallion, so it's really not gonna help out here in decision making there. I mean, Ice Cavern is Way of the Hero, so I feel like it's pretty much a no-brainer to just rush the shit out of it. Seeing the check here in Goron Maze. Nothing here. And it does look like Rock save scum their bomb chews. Definitely a heads up play. You don't want to end up with only one bomb chew and nothing to do, so... Looks like they're gonna hand in their letter, maybe? Heading to Forest Temple, actually, okay. We're gonna see a dip here.
Minuet. Oh, yeah, you can dip.
Sorry is.
I head back out. Looks like they're gonna scum the bomb checks in the woods. See what the wolfos are hiding. Iron.
Ugh. Gross. Get this out of here. Stone dungeon items.
Ugh. One check into dead for him. That's...
It's like you might as well poop on my lawn, man. It's nothing like stepping out in the morning to a steaming hot pile of hover boots. Ugh. Shadow. Stone Shadow. Let's not go there.
I mean, it could just be for Fire Temple logic anyway. Storms on OOT. Oh, now we're spooked. Now we're spooked.
It's just AD. Just rush AD. Definitely go Fountain, Ice Cavern. I mean, what's hinted? Okay, Rock's going back child. Rock's going back child. Let's go.
We're gonna see sub 1 hour.
Looks like a 20-minute adult segment from Rock, so a really lean adult segment. Especially doing DC as well. Really did nothing extra here.
I think just knowing so much is, you know, behind King Zora, you kind of have to.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see probably sub 1 hour Ice Cavern, which is kind of crazy. That's actually pretty weird.
It's glorious. Especially with the scale that I found on top of DC. And it being Spear Zero is really, it's gonna make that possible. The stars are aligned. Early Ice Cavern's a thing. Hop in the freezer, let's go.
Burr.
Yeah, brain go burr. Looks like Rock is doing exactly that. Gonna turn in the letter first. We'll see if they do domain checks. It's always I think not a contentious point, but I think it depends on how you're feeling here. Granted that both Fountain and Ice Cavern away the hero, you gotta think that you just skip domain here, right? Or do you think the Song of Storms is gonna spook him?
I mean, it looks like he's gonna do river checks first.
Okay.
If you're gonna be that thorough, I think you probably do domain checks.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be this thorough, why not just come river as adult? Certainly would be a little bit faster. You don't need a chicken. You can just run around and see items, and you just jump on a hole. It's not too bad. I think he's seen all the bean locations as well, and as a hookshot, so I'm not gonna buy any beans here. With scale and Minuet to get to Ice Cavern.
Oh, look, light arrows.
Light arrows. Okay, sure. I mean, he knows this area can't be barren now. So now you just double down on river. You're just going to check it all. We kind of already made that decision when he came down river in the first place, but yeah. Liam has a blue screen.
Yeah.
That's
not good.
Hopefully his save file's okay. 48 minutes into the seed. Definitely looks like it was a crash of some sort.
Yeah, that might have been a BC crash.
Yeah. I think he saved in DC and crashed in DC or something. I think that's where he was. Okay. Has both medallions. Oh, the bomb bag, look at that.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Oh, in the river grotto. So if you go early adult the seed, yeah, wowee. If you go early river as adult, you just get bomb bag immediately, and you can rush DC that way as well. So you have a few different choices in the seed that could have lined up pretty well, or even better than what we're seeing on Restream here. Although it's a kind of an uncommon play, you really only do that if you can spare the time of day. Though the scale being on top of DMT, it's definitely a play that could happen. And it's definitely kind of an important thing to keep in mind where your opponents all could be. This is a pretty big race. I think 53 people in the race? 52?
Let's check. Number
52, yeah.
52.
So it's a little bit harder, some kind of metagame like that, and bigger races like this. Can't really worry too much about that, but Rocket's gonna turn in the letter here. There's that Song of Storms hitting again. On good old-fashioned Ocarina of Time.
I think with Rock Chalk doing these extra checks, we're going to be denied our sub 1 hour ice cavern. Makes me sad.
I think you can enter Ice Cavern. You can't clear it by the hour mark now.
No, yeah.
Yeah, currently Rock's feet are pretty wet. They're not chilly yet. They're certainly not frozen. But we're heading in the right direction.
you think Zora's domain is like warm before it gets frozen over?
Well, I mean, he's
Just
right
cool,
by some
temperate?
torches. So, oh, you mean the climate
Yeah.
domain? I don't know. I kind of think it's like a penguin exhibit in a zoo, right? That's kind of how it feels. There's no penguins, but there's Zora pretty close. So it'd probably smell pretty fishy. And it'd be kind of cool and misty, but I mean, who knows what's in that water?
But not like freezing though. Second
I'm
pop
out
back.
there. Okay. No, I don't think it'd be freezing. I mean, it's not frozen over yet. The water could be kind of cold though. I think we really need the exact dimensions on Zora domain. Like, how many feet is this like atrium? Is it like a small cave? Because then it's like pretty cramped and damp. Versus if it was a little bit bigger, I could definitely see it being pretty nice.
I don't know. It just strikes me as a warm place, especially with the Majora's Mask Zoras. You know, living at like a beachy bay area.
Yeah. You don't see any garbage cans in Zora domain though, I don't know. I'd want to walk in that water.
Yeah. I'm sorry you crashed, Kira.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough way to go out. Ooh,
What is a Goron?
interesting. Could need that logically, but I don't think anyone's gonna go for that.
I mean, with bombs, hookshot, in a bottle, you have that logically, so you can just take that into account pretty much. Mirror shield.
Let's go. That was a fountain.
Yep, Fountain Fairy.
I think we're gonna see a Jabu Dib. Especially after last week having the long shot on the rank chest, I think in the EU weekly. So it could be a little bit of recency bias if any of these runners played that. See another GCG foolish.
Ooh, back again. One.
Nice hint there. Deku Treeway the hero.
Oh, nice. That's our fifth.
In case you haven't gone to Deku Tree at this point in the seed, here's a helpful sign to point you in the right direction.
For those people who still hang on to Valley Lake.
See, what I did is I just tattooed Deku Way the Hero Go there to my forehead, so every time I get ready in the morning, every time I'm gonna go to bed, I just see that across my forehead. And I know. Oh, I should go there.
It's like Memento
Okay.
style.
Yeah.
He is the one.
What do you mean? What do the words mean? Wow, it paid out. The words are helpful.
Deku Tree was Way of the Hero.
Yeah, so when you have your hands in your head, on your elbow you see the words lied. It just keeps going deeper. Anyway, we're gonna see a Bolero check here from Cubs. Gonna get the Sun song. And it looks like Cubs is kind of just straight up behind, not by a whole lot really. Has DC done? Probably going to go turn in letter. He knows Ice Cavern is way the hero.
At this point, Cubs is a little behind. I would say it's more so Rock Chalk feels like he's in the lead more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, Rock's definitely stayed on a very, I wouldn't say rigid path, but definitely a much more conservative routing choices, and it's not really punished him yet. Which is kind of why you make these kinds of choices, so not too surprising to see overall. And no item for you on the rank chest. Not this week.
Oh, now we do Child Spirit. This works out for Rock Chalk compared to everyone else because Rock Chalk has those explosives that the others that dipped Spirit did not.
Yeah, I believe Cubs and Liam both went in there. I think Lol also did.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really gonna push them a little bit, maybe more ahead. We'll get to see if Spirit has anything bomb locked. Really just the 3 checks. Beyond that, some number of them are keys, so probably 1 or 2 items might not pay out anyway. I think it could be a little risky to do so at this point. He knows Spirit is medallion, so he probably just does it anyway right now. He's right here. Ooh.
Oh.
Now that's pretty huge. That's going to push him forward here.
So we're not that far from go mode, actually. Strength Rang Hammer. And there you go.
Yeah, Rush Ice Cavern, dude. No one's been in there yet. These past 3 minutes has felt like, 30 minutes past. Every minute away that I'm away from ice. And my heart aches for Ice Cavern. Bring me back. Throw me in the freezer, bro.
Just let loose the blue keys on me. I just wanna get frozen, man.
I only want ice water. Ice water only, please. I mean, at this point, it could be for a song and an item. I mean, it's still pretty early in the seed, but it could be over before it even really starts. It kind of really does look like a jet seed at this point. Especially knowing they'll find Mirror Shield if they go ice, because they'll check the fountain. Yeah, opponents would actually be pretty alright. You just clear out market with the big pose and you just do HBA. It doesn't take that much time, and you can avoid GTG. So we have that foolish in, so I don't think it'd be that bad to get opponents at Ice Cavern here.
Happy 1 hour mark, everybody.
Oh yeah. And I was kind of complaining in the first half of the hour mark here, but this isn't too bad now. It's a pretty friendly, pretty average seed here. Nothing really sticking out as bad, or no tricky item placements really. Everything's been pretty much on the way that a lot of people would take.
Walloway's also gonna do a job of dip.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
not
want
too
to see.
surprising.
I just want Ice Cavern, man. I just want to see.
You keep bringing me this lukewarm water, waiter. What are you doing? Ice water, dude. Just brings a like human-sized ice cube to your table. Here you go. Now that's what I'm talking about. Looks like Liam's gonna dip Forest Temple. They did not get the minuet on Sun, so they're taking the long way here through the maze to get up to the forest. Meanwhile, Rock is gonna do the checks in Child Spirit Past bomb locked stuff.
See that new material. Liam getting stabbed all over the place by moblins.
Yeah, it's still, no Ice Cavern yet. Cubs is going back Child to turn in the letter. I think Walloway might be the closest person outside of Rock Chalk to go there.
Just opening Jabu, not actually going in.
Oh, okay.
Gonna head back down the river stuff, looks like.
Interesting. Oh, this Colossus, this desert's drying all the moisture out of my mouth. I need some ice stat.
Burning up over here, man.
Go to
Pull
the
me off.
doctor's office. Prescribe you 60 pounds of ice. You better use it this week. Yeah, Liam dipping into Stone Forest. What do you think about that, FQ?
I don't like this at all. You don't have a bow, like
Mhm.
you know you have letter. You know like that area is way of the hero. Just go back, child, and do it.
Ooh, it looks like Rock did not get the flame storage as well, so he's gonna collect the rupees in this room. A little bit slower.
Playing the game is intended.
Yeah.
Swag jump there.
Oh, I love doing
Explosion.
this room. Love doing this room as adult though. No magic, just bow, let's go. I don't know, Deku Wave the hero. I think some number of the runners have found that so far, and I think they might be influenced by that to go into Forest a little sooner than they would otherwise, especially being in Stone.
A wallet that gets you out of collecting 40.
Yeah.
If
Not
you even
like
have to
her-
go into fire though, like, well, no, right, fire's a medallion too.
Yeah, probably logically needed. Song of Time, I mean, it's not too bad. You're gonna at least check Courtyard. Maybe go to Floor Master, probably. Might as well if you're here. Meanwhile, Rock not finding anything so far. Gonna scum away the second small key. And unless they find an item here.
This is likely just gonna be a key.
Yeah, probably. Everyone got Ice Cavern way to here, right? Like, no one missed it or something? Where was it at?
Behind Deku Tree.
Okay, I mean, Sponge isn't on restream, so... I got just a small key, kind of like we thought, on the right hand. So 3 small keys out of 5 already known in Spirit. Okay, Cubs is also going to go into Child Spirit. Has Bomb Shoes. Could do the same stuff that Rock just did. Has 18 gold skulls. Really going hard on the skulls.
Don't let it be ZL. Just don't let it be ZL.
It's gonna be just ZL. Just watch. It's, I don't know. It's maybe it's superstition. I don't know, but always seems like something's way the hero for only ZL. It's just every time it's just only for the song. I don't know.
In CAC of all places.
Yeah, I mean that's a little surprising. Just because it's the check density, it's so many things. I mean, based on the hints though that we have, especially the other areas are pretty easy to get to overall. Just no one's going ice yet. Checking Child Goron City first. This is definitely more gonna kind of go in a full cleary direction for Rock. Being a little bit more thorough. I think Rock thinks it's probably AD. Knowing that Song of Storms is on Ocarina of Time, it's kind of like a 50-50, right?
Yeah, because if the hammer's in the well, then yeah, that's it. That's all it takes. But like, I don't know. I feel like I really want the known commodity here.
Yeah, I mean, it requires a clear forest and then shadow and having items for shadow, water. Really just need a long shot for that. So I can kind of see it if I like rub my eyes together a little bit. It kind of looks like all dungeons, but I could also see it just not being that at all. We know GTG is not it's not going to be a play that people make. We know it's foolish. Well is pretty much inaccessible outside of all dungeons, and Ice Cavern's way the hero still. Still no Ice Cavern here on Restream.
Not to jinx it, we haven't seen any shadow items yet.
Yeah. We have magic.
But magic's... You need magic anyway. I don't count that one.
It's the setup, though. Gotta find a magic locked shadow item somewhere. Yeah, Rocket gonna go to the castle, Berry Fountain.
We'll probably see Bomb Shoot Bowling after this, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, skipping that is kind of offensive, I don't know. It's just like a 15 minutes, or 15 seconds rather, jeez, per check for Bomb Shoot Bowling, right about. Like, it's
This
just
is one of
super
those...
fast.
Yeah, like if you're gonna be that thorough, I just kind of anticipated. Right, you won't see Bomb Shoot Bowling.
Oh, right.
Foolish. Right, thank you, chat.
Whoopsie.
Looking out.
Sorry about that. Well, I mean, you would, but yeah. Just go Ice Cavern. The crowd's going nuts. They're railing against the fence here. Ice Cavern fans around the world. Are we gonna see it? Looks like Rock's making a play. Is he going there?
Give the people what they want.
Yeah. Let's get chilly.
Runia knows what's up. Telling Liam, you know what you should be doing right now.
Okay, Cub's getting the bow there in Colossus. Yeah, just 3 items in Deku, just casual.
Typical Deku tree.
Yeah,
Curious.
nothing to see here. Also medallion. Gotta get your iron boots here for right. Iron boots weren't here, right? What was
Yeah.
here?
Iron boots, yeah.
Oh.
Just in case.
Oh, did you scum them earlier?
Yeah. Did it with bomb shoes.
Oh, okay.
Now I feel like Rockjock has given up a lot of the lead that he had.
Yeah, it could have been in there at the hour mark or even before the hour mark here. And if it has anything beyond one thing, so just like one song or one item, if it's anything beyond that, then it kind of feels super bad, right? Like you did 10 minutes of overworld checks versus going to Ice Cavern. Because there could also just be something else in Fountain too, who knows? On the iceberg.
I'm not going straight there.
Yeah, being very thorough here. Wallaway's going back adult. Gotta imagine he's also gonna go to Ice Cavern. It's almost nowhere else to go outside of Forest Stone. Cub's also gonna check Child Goron City. No, no one's dipped fire either here. It's a little tough to route that in. You have to have a good way to route away from that, warp away. And without Bolero to kind of reset that, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to get that in there.
Nice 3 rupee grab from Liam. Very friendly diving game layout.
Goes along with the rest of the scene, just very... nothing to see here. Business as usual. But will they go to Ice Cavern? Who's gonna go there first? We'll find out. Rockchalk gonna full clear DMT first.
Meanwhile, Cubs is doing Goron Pot with strength.
Oh, right. He hasn't found either of the bomb bags because he hasn't gone river for the grotto, and he hasn't gone domain either. He does have a scale, but no great way to get there because Minuet was on the Composer grade. So even his overworld movement's not super exceptional right now. He doesn't have a lot of great options or like tools to go to different areas, so it's kind of boxed into a corner here, more or less. He does have the option of going adult. I think he's turned in letter at this point, but he hasn't done the domain checks. I guess maybe he hasn't.
Maybe. I can see you doing this on your way to doing that stuff, but
Yeah.
I feel like resetting. Maybe he did turn it in. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Yeah, Rock did go back adult here after turning in letter at the 44-minute mark, so he's done a lot of checks here before going to ice. And it's all about perspective and balancing priorities, and that's the whole thing about routing and rando in general, right? It's a very enjoyable part for sure, for a lot of people too. Know like what exact order of sequencing is stuff good to do in. A lot of the checks are shared between the ages, so you have to really pick and choose. Okay, am I going to come back here as child or as adult? Can I skip this and come back later and be a different age? And you kind of set up a lot of different checks between the different segments that you set up. And Cubs is going to go to river. He's going to find the palm bag and light arrows before going back adult.
Yeah, and I will say, Rockchalk focused a lot on the child stuff, the stuff that he couldn't do as adult before he went and changed ages again.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as that's concerned, it's not like that bad, but also you know you're chasing one thing, and you look at your songs and what's left, and there's not much. There's not much that it could be. It's not going to be a song, probably, unless it's Epona's.
Oh, what is that? It's another
Another bow.
Black bow.
So you also could have skipped the Colossus Fairy, too.
Ooh. Yeah, just rush ice every time.
Just rush ice. But I can feel the cold wind blowing. It feels so good.
It's getting breezy in here. Oh.
They get me a sweater.
No, I like it. The ice. Yes. So Rock just entered at 118, and Lol is entering 119.30, basically. So really only a minute and a half behind Rockshock. I think they share the same items as well. No one's ahead by items between them.
And Rockchalk could have been in here a half an hour ago.
Yep. I mean, it is tough to know exactly what to rush, so it's not always necessarily a straight heads-up play like that, but yeah, you definitely could have been here earlier, for sure. Well, that is a good point, too. Lol got his first bow in Fountain. It's pretty impressive.
Ooh. Clutch jump slash there from Rockchalk. And I will say this, it does speak to his execution that he's done so much more than everyone else and is here at about the same time as Lullaway and ahead of the other two runners.
We've seen a lot of time Cubs and Liam have committed to getting skull tokens. I don't think we've seen 20 yet.
I think Rockchalk is also fairly high in skull count.
Yeah, about 4 for Rockchalk. I guess we'll see here. $14, yeah. It's the same as Liam, more or less. And Lullaway, I have no idea how many skulls they have. I'm not sure if they're gonna get this one here. Probably fewer, I would imagine.
Yeah, 14 now. Rock Chalk. And if Rock Chalk was doing overworld checks for another bottle, that's a feels bad. You find the second bottle in Ice Cavern.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit. Nice wallet, dude. Will that be the way of the hero? We will find out in about 2 or 3 minutes. Last bit of ice here for Lullaway and Rock.
That's also an interesting one, because...
Water Temple's calling.
Oh yeah.
But no one knows it yet. They might not know it for a while, too. Especially if they don't know the other wallets in Forest. Only Liam knows that currently. So we might see a Water Temple play, I mean, relatively quickly. But I think we can only see it really from Liam, unless anyone gambles there.
You should be able to work that out, because you know it can't be for the Goron Tunic. Check the back hints, and the ones who are in Ice Cavern have checked that hint near the Fairy Fountain.
That's true. Yeah, as long as they have Mirror Shield, then they know that for sure. So Liam's gonna figure that out, maybe a little bit quicker even though. Depends on if they read into that a little bit or not. Regardless, we'll see where this is heading. Could get very badly very quick. Or very bad very quickly, rather. Words are hard, man.
Eponas wouldn't be a bad find here, to be honest.
No, it would be fine. Well, I mean, it would be okay. It would not be exciting. The stick upgrade. Oh, and Eponas. Okay. Here we go. They got it like at the same time too, so Lullaway is really making up time. Probably having pretty solid execution. I think he skipped the skulls. It's the biggest thing.
I guess that's only relevant if 10 and 20 are relevant.
Yeah. We don't know anything about 20 yet.
Yeah, 20 is the only.
The closest at 18 is Cubs. I think a lot of people that would rush 20 at this point would already have it, so it's kind of a thing you go for super early or you do super late. I think doing it in the mid game can cost a lot of time overall, so I don't know if we're going to see it even among the people on the restream here.
Lullaway has 19. Okay.
Oh, interesting. A little bit farther ahead than I thought. The skull cap. Oh, hover boots. There we go.
Oh wow.
Started his timer because he is the frog. Pretty funny.
Yeah, you're a bit ahead.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
I'm not ahead. Lullaway About to get taken back to Ice Cavern.
Yeah, well, sorry for spoiling, chat, but hover boots. That is pretty scary. Could just be for fire. Could also be for Stone Shadow. Don't know
Could just
yet.
mean nothing.
But yeah, it could be just an item that just happens to be there. And King Zora's dead, cold hands. Oh, really? It's not dead.
Zora's
It's cold,
frosty
wet
hand.
hands. Yeah, frosty hands. I'm imagining him just holding 2 Frosties from Wendy's upside down. Got these frosty hands.
You unfreeze them and they dump out, and there's the hover boots, 1 in each.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty quick chain here of events. I mean, I think anything there would have been fine. I mean, having like a useless song and wallet would have been probably the worst.
Yeah, but at least then you know you had to work for AD. You could start on Forest.
You start with
Go from
Forest,
there.
get to 20 skulls, like kind of go through the motions that way, right? Looks like Wallaway did not maybe get the Market Baron hint. I know, I forgot about it earlier. Cubs planted the bean for the fish in the bottle at the graveyard. I think just to have a second bottle for ice. Kind of looks like they're heading that direction now.
Looks like we did see 20 from Lollaway. That's dead. So, yeah, just the L in Kakariko.
Oh yeah. As close to Baron as possible. Not quite.
And yet
Pretty
still way
close.
of the hero.
Yeah, still absolutely required. Cannot delete CAC from the map. Looks like this is the second bottle for Liam, so he's just going to pick it up to make this a little bit faster. Oh, there's your long shot. There you go.
Still a little ahead.
Oh, sorry. Ah, forgot about it again.
But that's basically confirming it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Oops, all dungeons.
Definitely need that Eponos. I mean, we still have HBA here.
Right. Still spirit logic, yeah. Not strictly a.
It's not totally confirmed yet.
But it's very spooky.
Oh, the seed is getting spookier by the minute, right? I mean, you're finding these kind of random stone dungeon items under every kind of out of the place rock on the map. It's getting a little funky up in here. Just gotta find dens, and that's when you can be like, okay. Yeah, I guess you just go for it at that point. What do you think Dens is going to be in the seed?
Ooh, good question. Maybe here. Maybe horseback archery.
Rock got in a little bit of trouble with HPA, gonna reset. Yeah, pretty vague kind of items. They're not even directly way the hero either. Not quite. They don't really point into one direction. It could be for like 5 different things. I think with Wallet, though, and Epona's that leads to long shot, I think that's a pretty clear water play, at least for me. There's not a ton else that's even available. If you get a quick Morpha, then that's cool, I guess, and maybe you just go Forest and clear AD.
Yeah, I think if you're Rock Talk and you don't find anything here, I think you gotta start working on that. Maybe you go Forest first, just for sheer numbers.
Yeah, for me, it's more about efficiency and clearing up the map. So I think in this situation, I'd probably go Forest. Seems like one of the better options. It's either that or water, right? I don't see anything else really that's open.
And for in Rockshock's position, you need to know your hints and be reading ahead with that. Like, you know the Goron Tunic's on 40, so the Wallet's not Way of the Hero for that.
Mm-hmm. As long as you do Composer Grave in the seed, you have a clear path to go to Forest as well, so really kind of depends on that. That's kind of been a really big part of the seed. I think Liam... No, I guess everyone has that now. But I think if you put that off, I mean, it's definitely makes it a lot harder to go to ice efficiently. So that's been surprisingly important. Especially now with not having a ton of options available.
I am also forgetting Market Baron. You know, we haven't actually seen a lot of field checks.
We haven't seen Southfield yet. At least the bomb-locked ones. We definitely have not seen Tektite.
Looks like we're about to see it right now.
Okay. And Liam, Rock, and Lullaway are all pretty much even right now. Cub's a little bit behind here. Doesn't have ice fully completed yet. But will be pretty much in the same kind of situation in a couple minutes. So has to get the Ponas, go get the long shot at Fortress, and then kind of be in this situation. An hour and 40 minutes into the seed, thereabouts.
Here's some new stuff from Lullaway. See Lake Hylia, the adult.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, this is we haven't seen this yet, yeah. Yeah, more minutes being taken out the back and slaughtered. F.
There's something so much worse about chickens being an ice trap, like, as opposed to just being dead.
Well, it's a pretty good hint to go to Ice Cavern, so I don't know. It could be really helpful if you rush chickens early on. Kappa.
That item. That is impressive.
Still got 51 racers in this race. Very big. A lot of good racers also in the race. Coming up on the 2-hour mark. Not too far away. See
Lab
more adult league, yeah. Something could be on lab dive. Yeah, what if the scales in water for lab dive?
Yes. It's AD for the gold scale to get your hammer that unlocks strength to unlock boomerang.
Nah, nothing here. Nothing to see here.
Belong, everybody.
No, don't go. No. Okay, Cubs is done with ice. Picking up the opponents. Rock is going places. He's dipping Jabu?
You already
You
dipped
think?
Jabu.
Weird. Oh.
Boomerang on the roof.
Nice. Okay. We have an item. We have
Progression,
an item.
everybody.
Item alerts. I mean, it opens a progression dungeon, so I think that's the biggest point right now. But yeah, it does open up about 3 things.
Liam's disgusted by that long shot. Absolutely disgusted.
Not a fan. No, it's not locked by long shot though. It's only hook shot locked at League for the ring.
Not even that, the scale unlocks that too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, with planting the bean. Yeah, pretty early scale. Found on top of DC. Ice Cavern had Wallet and Eponas.
Cubs get the hovers? He has it marked, so yes, he did. The Rang was on the lake roof, lab roof. And Lalaway, all of a sudden, is in the lead here on the restream. Now, I'm still very skeptical of skipping any of the stone dungeons at this point. We're still looking for Hammer and Strength 2. But Hammer in the Well or a Storm's Lock check seem very likely at this point.
Progression, yay. Still only 3 medallions, so this will be the 4th medallion. Outside of Jabu, they're gonna have to find Hammer and Strength 2. And then they'll be in glow mode. Actually, I think all of them actually have light arrows, right? I forgot about that. As on River, heart piece there. So yeah, I guess we're just missing Hammer Strength 2, right?
Yep.
Pretty cut and dry seed for the most part.
And if it's AD, they still need Dins as well.
That's true. They don't have that many locations too, kind of like what we said earlier. Adult Lake really not a location a ton of people prioritize. It's not extremely strong. I mean, we know GTG has been dead for a while. So I could totally see it being all dungeons, and if you kind of see that coming a little bit sooner, depending on the kind of the sequencing, I guess, between the items, probably matters a lot for a seed like this, determining like which areas you do first. So like if you go even deeper in forest and you think it's all dungeons already because you're already running out of checks, you can kind of see like the sooner you go ice, I think, might determine whether or not you think it's AD and kind of committing to that. I mean, we have that wallet logic. We got, and if you go forest dip 2, the sooner you do that, you know, you might need 2 wallets logically somehow. Don't know how yet, but Wallaway making progress in Jabu while Liam is in water. Wild and out in water. See if we get anything out of it. Definitely influenced by that long shot. It's kind of based on his reaction, kind of like FQ mentioned. And Rock Shot gonna clear forest, so this is kind of a big split now. We'll see if, how soon everyone goes to Adult Lake for this boomerang. Might be kind of an uncommon play. Really, it kind of depends on how much you play into logic and the sequencing of your areas. But it's not looking too bad. It's also not looking too great either.
Right, and we were talking earlier about, you know, how these 3 stone dungeons are kind of bad, like they're not skippable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it feels bad to have to do water at this point, but I just feel like I think that's where the logic's pointing is. You just gotta kind of do all done.
Yeah, so far only 1 forfeit too, and that was due to a crash, so no one's given up yet. Been kind of a dense seed. Not extremely fast for the start, definitely not. And a lot of kind of, not even decision points necessarily, we do now, but a lot of kind of bottlenecked areas, for sure. So far it's been Rang at Lake, and the only other bottleneck really has been... I don't know. What do you think has been a bottleneck this seed?
I don't know if it was so much of a bottleneck as that. Yeah, I guess Rang's only a bottleneck if it doesn't, like, if it leads to something, right? 'Cause we haven't seen, or nothing came from the other two checks and jobs. So we're waiting on Baronade to see if that leads to anything. So I think it's just a hard block at these stone dungeons at this point. And I guess the bottleneck is finding that info in Ice Cavern.
I would imagine Liam probably will check it, especially not having Serenade. You know he's not going to come back here anytime soon. Does have Eponas, so he could get here relatively quickly, but definitely think... it's more likely to than not. Unless he finds an item in here. Still don't know. About halfway. Oh yeah, sorry.
Only seen 2 keys so far in Forest too, and that's also got pretty high likelihood of having items. And if they find Din at any point, then they're going to also go Shadow, and that's pretty checked dense area as well.
Okay, there's a blue P for Liam there on, I think, Dragon Chests. Forget if he's found any other items. It might be the first one. Okay, it's 2. Incoherent in chat, thank you. Yeah, Water Temple routing can be a little tricky. I think for me, I always just stick to the same route no matter what for water. Unless I know something could be on Central Pillar or something's pointing to Exor's Unique Logic. For me, I just always go to Compass Chest and then kind of make my way up and down, then up and then last location Dark Link through Dragon. But there's a lot of different approaches to water for sure. Cub's making his way into water as well. Interesting.
And doing the aforementioned,
Yeah.
your way down to Compass Chest, and then down and up, down.
Oh yeah.
All the way on Baronade.
Come on, hammer on Baronade. Okay, yeah, there's the other water temple item that we've seen. Only 2. There's 2 other items in here. One could be on Morpha. We have not seen a BK yet, I don't think.
Hammer on Baronade! Oh my god!
Yeah, let's
What a
go.
call!
Let's go. Why am I not playing this seed? Holy moly. These calls. Well, now we're just strength 2 away from go mode. At least for Lullaway. That boomerang really paying off. At Adult Lake.
Rank 2 on Volve, still got that high jet potential. Maybe.
Certainly gonna rush fire. Go straight to fire, do not pass go. Do not collect $200 for sure.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what Liam finds here in Central Pillar. I think it's either a key or it's Strength 2 and Forest. So we're in no mode. It's not all dungeons.
Yes. Let the world burn. Now we just have to find another strength in water, and that's ooh. Now that would be something. I think he's probably gonna finish up Forest here.
Yeah, Epona's is for that long shot. It's just for Spirit Key logic.
I guess. I mean, we don't know what the third strength is, but it could definitely be strength locked in Spirit Temple. Would not be shocked. More of a shocked Pikachu face than anything. They found a strength 2 and Forest on bow chest. Pretty strong, or it might have been in the red Poe chest. Yeah, I think it's red Poe. Yeah. Either way, it's pretty spicy. Yeah, it's definitely gonna get out of there, dude.
Just bailing.
Straight Spirit, yeah.
Oh.
Oh!
Changing mind.
Oh,
Probably just
okay.
gonna kill the green Poe.
Maybe?
I'm confident in those 3 key Forest strats.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're leaving right now, you just never come back for Forest. It's just not really a great option for you. So it's either you clear the rest of Forest or you never come back. And I think either play is fine. Interested to see how this long shot is required, or hinted at least. I'm guessing it's also for just Spirit Temple, but be pretty amusing to see another strength on like Morphle or something. There's a Zora tunic. Wait, that's in Crater locked behind Hammer.
Happy 2-hour mark, everybody.
Yay. I mean, this has definitely gone places in the last hour. It had a really slow start, but kind of looking like a pretty fast seed overall. As long as you're pretty dungeon-centric. Not a ton in the overworld. We found that Boomerang at Lake on top of the lab. Longshot was in Fortress. We don't know if we need that, really, to complete the seed. You know, hovers were at King Zora. Still, we might not even need those, really. But a lot of this has been in the dungeons for sure. Or hinted at.
Nice blue Goron tunic from Holloway. Who, depending where the other strength is, or if they go forests after this, they could easily have a sub 3 seed here.
Oh, I definitely think it'll be sub 3 for a lot of people in the race. How many is a good question. I don't know. It's been pretty straightforward. As long as you, like, if you can stay away from water, or at least maybe just, like, do a dip of water and then leave. So far, that's kind of seeming like the thing to do to really save a ton of time in the seed. Other than that, it's basically just do all the dungeons and stuff along the way. Don't be too thorough. I think he still lost quite a bit of time. Kind of making it up now. He's the first person in Spirit on Restream. No one else has Strength 2 yet. See if anyone goes to Forest or finds the other Strength. Could see another one in Spirit here. I would guess that Strength 3 would be on, like, topmost or something like that. It's my guess.
Somewhere locked away. Makes most sense.
Mm-hmm.
No hints at all for the strength though, so it seems like there's high potential for those to not be, you know, locked by each other
Mm-hmm.
at the same time that there is that potential.
Yeah, if you keep in mind that it could just be for Spirit Key logic, I think it's definitely possible to just stay away from water. It's not really an attractive option. It's not efficient, and it doesn't have that many items, and it could have something, definitely in this situation, but it just didn't. It really didn't happen this seed.
That's the other thing too, is Ice Cavern is complete bait. Like, you don't need Eponas strictly.
Right.
Depending how you manage your Scarecrow song stuff.
It's true. Definitely had a seed this week where I skipped 2-way the hero areas. It was pretty good. It was also in a situation where Ice was way the hero, so I could see that happening. The other one was Valley. Really didn't want to go to Valley.
It's hard to make that reverse call with GTG Baron, especially knowing it that early. That is true. You can skip Fortress entirely. You just need to do scarecrows and like Liam is right now.
Ooh,
Oh, there's Din's. Oh no.
there we go.
Rockjock's about to get baited.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he might not, but you have Spirit done, Boomerangs at Adult Lake, and you have Shadow available. No Serenade. I think he's going straight to Shadow here. That's...
I think so.
yeah.
Ah, this sucks.
And Liam also did not get that Boomerang, is that right? Just walked by it.
Liam did pick it up.
Oh, you did pick it up? Okay.
He was shocked to find it on the roof.
I mean, I would be a little freaked out at that point too, right? A little bit past the 2-hour mark, no one's done. You know almost all where all the items are, so it's getting a little spooky. You're almost in, certainly almost in no mode, which no mode would be go mode right now for him. So I can definitely understand that. Meanwhile, Lullaway is killing Volvagia here. Will they find the second strength in Forest, or will they find another one somewhere else? Haven't found the third strength yet.
Dynasty, there's actually 2 Volvagias. The one that flies around and the one that pops up out of the ground. And the one that flies around, the hitbox is always exposed. So you can drop a bomb on it and do damage to it. So you can damage it while you play whack-a-mole with the other one.
Yeah, you just have to have the timing down for the bomb drops and then know where to hit it. There's a specific area that you have to drop the bombs on to hit the hitbox, but outside of that, it's a really fast way to do Volvagia. Otherwise, Volvagia has to fly up 2 or 3 different times if you don't hit it any additional times outside of the hammer and the jump slash or a stab.
It does feel really bad at the one point at which Rockshock decided not to be thorough, and it's gonna cost him so much time. Oh, you're welcome, Dynasty. Oh, we didn't have Scarecrow set that.
I don't think Lullaway can even get baited here, right? Because he doesn't have the strength yet. And he can't go to Spirit. So the only other option for him, other than water, which I think he did.
Well, Lullaway goes back into fire to do deep fire.
Oh, I guess that is a good point.
The other strength could be here.
That's true. That is true. We have not seen the other strength yet. Not in Spirit, strength 2 locked. Interesting. Could be in Ganon still, we don't know. Definitely we'll probably go Forest after fire. It'll just be another, I don't know, 10 minutes of fire for Lullaway here, and then it's really his only other choice is Forest. Full clear water if he hasn't already. Not a terrible spot to be in, for sure.
Oh.
Ooh. Getting hit by Twin Robot there. Nice fire arrows on Morpha. Missed those earlier. I think Liam also killed Morpha.
curious if Liam goes back to Forest as well, because he's already cleared a good chunk of it. And now already has one stone dungeon done.
Yeah, he doesn't have that second strength, so he's not going to get baited by Shadow like I think Rock is probably going to. We'll see where Cubs goes as well. I think he's going to find the boomerang and go Japu. It's always tough knowing whether or not you need to go to Deep Fire to complete a seed. Still don't know what's there. Lullaway is definitely clearing the way here for us.
On phase 2 of Quinrova for Rockshot. Nice, one cycle.
Just a bomb refill on Twin Rova.
Well, Rockshot's gonna go finish Forest first.
That's interesting. Not gonna go Shadow? I guess he did. He killed Greenbow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. Could just be the last item here.
Yeah, I don't hate this. If you're banking on AD, then this makes sense.
Yeah, if you know you're gonna go clear Shadow anyway.
Oh, Cubs didn't set Scarecrow.
Ooh. Yeah, coming back without Serenade, it's going to be tough. I mean, two different ways too, right? 'Cause you have to go there as Child, then back Adult, and then the age change back to Child in the first place, so that's going to be tough. Could even last location that Boomerang now. Might even go, like, Forest into Spirit and to maybe even Shadow. Or it could just rush it. Tough to say for sure. It seems like a bad option for him though, for sure.
Seems like that's where the two runners up top are probably trending. Where Liam is behind Lullaway, but not too far behind. Once Lullaway goes Forest, then that will be the kicker, I think. I think this is Lullaway's restream to lose at this point.
Oh, definitely. I think it's tough though because both plays are in logic. It's just which one do you go for? And it's not always clear exactly, especially when you're in the moment. I think the sequencing has a lot to do with it. Outside of that though, one definitely worked and the other didn't, so that's rando sometimes.
Yeah. No finishes yet that I see yet.
Nope. Still got 51 people in this race. Pretty big. No finishes though.
Here was just a recovery heart.
First look at Deepest Fire. Just a bomb chi pack. And I think the other two keys are both on highest ground and hammer chest, so
yeah,
that's
all always getting out.
all we're gonna see at Fire Temple here, thankfully.
Rockjock having a little trouble getting that final flow in.
And again, I'm just laughing at Rockjock.
Playing tennis. But he got him.
Playing Eponas for Lullaway.
Magic 2.
Nice. Yeah, Cubs checking the maze. I don't think we've seen this yet either. Everyone here should have Minuet, I think. Okay.
All the way heading for water first.
Could have cleared out. I don't think they full cleared it. So I'm gonna go here over forest, I guess. Not entirely sure how much of the water they've done.
None of it, apparently.
Oh, yeah, they didn't even have it open. Okay, so I guess we're gonna see a full clear of water, or at least until they feel like it's probably not worth continuing. Not entirely sure. They might be banking on AD and just go water before forest. But just due to the number of item checks, I feel like it's kind of a worse option
Yeah,
overall.
still probably would want to go for it first.
Yeah. They're about the same. Well, forest is a little bit longer if you do the whole thing, but that might be factoring into their decision here for sure. Yeah, you could also see the long shot. I mean, they found long shot in not a way of the hero area, but it was unlocked by an item that wasn't a way of the hero area, so it double-edged sword sometimes. Cubs is in forest though. It's gonna have to find that strength too, but probably gonna end up full clearing this. If somebody finishes while Cubs is in here though, a definite possibility. I've been on one item for most of the runners here for a little bit, maybe 10-20 minutes. So I could definitely see somebody finishing soon. So that might change his decision too. Rock is at least going to kill Vol. We'll see if he goes into deeper fire. I guess, oh, he doesn't have that hammer right in the boomerang. Never mind. Yeah, these top 2 runners just missing that boomerang. Yeah, I guess that is right. Team Ring versus Team Strength. Or it will be in some number of minutes.
Songs are hard.
Yeah, Liam's definitely going to clear out fire, at least up to Volvagia. We'll see if they go any further than that. But definitely kind of looks like Liam could be in the best position, assuming they go for the strength sooner rather than later. Although they will be finished with water at some point, but depending on when they both enter a forest, at least on Restream, I think it's kind of a race between the two of them at this point. I just think that Rang at Lake is going to be such a late check by both Rock and Cubs based on how they been routing. Yeah, there could be another strength in Shadow for sure. That would definitely help save him a lot of time otherwise. Not necessarily for Rock. And Din's was strength 2 locked, so that wouldn't even be that great. It's a second scale and Shadow on the hover boot chest.
Although it does look like they're headed towards full clearing water here.
I think it's definitely possible Song of Storms is locking the 3rd strength. And that's the kind of gamble that I think some number of racers probably took in a seed like this. You just get access to AD so early. I mean, relatively. And if you get to skip ice too, it just gets so good from there.
Yeah, that's not. It's not a terrible call, I think.
No. So a lot of the times you would skip Ice Cavern. It either has Sarais or Menuet only for forest access, which both of the songs are already outside of ice, so I think it becomes a little bit less likely.
Will Liam do deep fire? That's a good question. Because in all, like, he's got the benefit of being done with water and not being in Lalaways position there. I guess he doesn't have much other options except going back to forest, which
Cleared courtyard earlier, so the number of checks versus the number of checks in fire really it's kind of gross, kind of comparing the two of those, like deep fire to anything past courtyard and forest. I think overall the fire checks would take longer, so the forest temple play might be a better option in general. But kind of depends on what he's thinking about the seed and kind of how he's feeling. I would think.
this is just a seed that should be a jet, but it's not.
Yeah, like
Working out to be.
it could substitute pretty easily if you skip like 3 areas you probably won't because of the hints, and 2 areas that might be able to get away with skipping. Yeah, definitely see it. It's not like it's not. It had a really slow start. Is the only real true problem that, and the reason why it's not an actual jet seed. It just took so long to get anywhere in the seed. Ooh, rockin' crush there by the crusher in shadow. Cubs very, very close to the strength. Definitely in a holding pattern here, though.
Oh, there it is.
Sick. So you have to go forest to get that strength. It is required. The one thing that helps Rock Chalk the least right now. Okay, there's Cubs with the strength too. Doesn't look particularly pleased by it.
No, he does not.
Not jumping up and down, that's for sure.
Him head to evolve. Let's see what he does next.
Team rank versus team strength. I like team strength's chances by a lot. Depends on how quickly they go to lake. It's really all it comes down to. And Cubs has to go and set Scarecrow again as child, so...
I think both of them do, and in
Oh,
Rock Chalk's case, he's basically full cleared child.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, he went adult at 44 minutes, could have rushed ice, and then even then, like going adult at so kind of a late start for him. I mean, he did go at the 24-minute mark. He went adult first, and then went back child at the 44-minute mark. That was it. Went ice at 118. So yeah, really pretty much a full clear to child. I think the only one outside of maybe Cubs did a lot of child stuff as well. All the way, I think, did not do as much. Not exactly how much.
I think Cubs has also done a lot. Child City. I think really the only things that they don't have child check wise are the storms check. I don't think Cubs is done chicken. Playing. We're gonna check the wasteland chest. Understandable, I think.
It's fine. It's an out of the way check. It's kind of like the ring that he found, right? The long shot in the middle of nowhere. Kind of hinted towards by Epona's. If you think you only missed one thing somewhere kind of funky and no one's done yet, like that can kind of go into it too, metagaming a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's just a fine play. It's more efficient to do forest first and then do this, but it kind of depends on where you think you are in logic and where your missing item is.
And this basically means he's probably not going to go deep fire, just because it's...
No Bolero.
You need to warp the forest to get to fire, and so you might as well just do forest at that point.
Yeah, unless he saved and fire, he could just reset back there. And just
Like he
go
saved
deep
and
fire that
did
way.
save and fire. Furores! Ooh.
Ooh.
Thinking about it.
What kind of ruins his plans? Because he saved and fire, so maybe... Okay, he's going forest. He doesn't seem very convinced, but... Looks like he's going that direction, unless he's just going to go with fire. And,
Yep, he's just walking back to fire.
Could be like...
He's torn. He looks torn.
Yeah, I would be too. It's not a good option, right? You go and do deep forest or deep fire, and it's one of them. But you don't know which one it is, because he's cleared everything else. I'm pretty sure. And no one's done yet, so it's really just weighing on him, I would think. Let's see where Lalaway goes here. I think Water Temple completed now. Cubs is gonna complete Spirit. Gonna find that Dens very soon. Rock Talk's almost done with Shadow.
Now Lalaway checking the wasteland chest. Rock Shop will go water next because thinks it's AD. And we have a winner. High Cup Speedrun. And Melrose right behind the snipe again.
Ooh. Yes, let the snipes rain from down
That's
above.
That's 2 weeklies in a row for Mel that he's been sniped for first place.
Well, that's pretty rough. Still pretty good finish though. Just kind of put all the pieces together. Probably didn't go water, I'd imagine. Definitely didn't go shadow. It's a little bit too time intensive. Cub's also going to get the Ferror's win here. Oh, GG's for sure. So we'll see if the finishes here. We'll see if anybody else's finish is quickly behind the first two. Will definitely most likely have an impact on the runners. In which direction for each one, though, that's a good question. Definitely impacts everyone differently. Some people don't even look at the race room during the race, and that's totally fine as well.
Rockshot going to Temple of Time now. I think he has seen those finishes and
Yeah.
or maybe just riding Epona's from here. Epona from here. That also makes sense.
Okay, Lullaway is probably gonna win on restream here. Gonna head towards that strength on Red Pochess. And J-Bone with a third place, 239.01. GG's.
Mr. Martin getting sniped.
Yes, more snipes. Let's go. Yeah, give me a 1 second snipe. Give me, just anything that's, 30. What would you consider a snipe?
I feel like within the Ganon fight, I'd say.
Yeah.
Pretty close to a snipe, or at least one phase of the Ganon fight.
So like 90 seconds.
Yeah.
So about how
maybe
long
a little
it is from the first cutscene in Ganon.
Maybe a little narrower than that.
Minute.
About
Okay.
maybe less than a minute, 45 seconds.
It's pretty reasonable. I would say probably anything under a minute. I would just classify it as that. I think it's contextually driven though too, right? Like, I had a 5-hour seed once and I beat somebody by 3 minutes. Is that a snipe? Probably. Guess that depends on if you were the sniper or the snipee.
Yeah.
Okay, Rockchalk is gonna get this boomerang. Very nice. Gonna lead into the hammer as well. Rockchalk is gonna be on their way to finishing the seed. We just have to get Liam to get his strength, and we'll have most of the runners here. Getting ever
Riley in
closer.
5th.
Ooh, nice. 240.59. Yeah, I think he forgot the Kappa there.
Yeah, Forest has strength 2, Kevin. But that's gonna be go mode for Lullaway, or is go mode for no. Wait, what is Lullaway doing?
I guess it was just a forest dip.
Did Lullaway?
Whatever they have left is child. I mean, they didn't full clear child like some of the other the runners here, so maybe clearing out some of that. Not sure.
Lullaway did not get strength, or else they'd be doing spirit and finishing. Oh, Rock Talk's not happy. That was a long pause. Yeah, nope, not
The
happy at all.
The bombs. Oh, he's got it now, though.
Now, Liam hasn't counted keys here, but just still nope, figured it out, realized. Now what? Nocturne. I don't know who's gonna win this restream. I don't know. Now,
It's
not
very much in the air right now.
Yeah, Rock Chalk does have Boomerang. Finally got that. Swag equip swap. Not the glitch equip swap. Swapping equips.
Light arrow hint go mode is pretty interesting, for sure, coming in from Riley in chat. Makes sense.
Yeah, and Holloway is going to be very disappointed at the end of Chicken. See him doing adult shooting. Doesn't have a hint, I guess. Okay.
What?
Oh, Liam doing into dead adult shooting.
Oh, yeah. Is it actually an ice trap?
Adult shooting is not nice.
Okay.
Nice little start. Up getting floors and now playing mid-wet. Tito finished 6th place. GG.
Very nice. Still a lot of good runners in this race, so should be pretty happy with that finish, I would think. Ooh. More snipes, dude. Let's go.
Like every other person is getting sniped.
More snipes for the snipe lords. That's what they have commanded. And Liam is going back child? All the way just to chickens, and I think is also going to go to Haunted Wasteland. Yeah, I think it's a very good question on who actually finishes first on Restream now. I think it might be Rock Chalk.
It's gonna be Rock Chalk,
It's gonna be Rock Chalk. Yeah, at the early lead, kind of lost the early lead, and then I don't know, he's been playing very consistently and methodically. Like, there's a lot of great things that Rock Chalk's been doing in this race. A lot of the item placements haven't really been working out a ton, but he's been playing very steadily the whole time, very consistent. So, shout out to Rock Chalk here.
The thing is, just finding that strength before finding that boomerang is like so much worse than the other way around.
Yeah. And there's still only 7 people that have finished out of 52 total, so there's still a lot of people left in this race. Only 2 oh, actually we're more than 2 forfeits now. We're up to 7, looks like. Yeah, I'm a little surprised there weren't more earlier.
It did have the look of a pretty bad AD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you just kind of go for AD or go for the setup for AD, and then you're like, okay, I've got a really good idea of where to go now. Maybe even have all the items, maybe you're only missing one, like at Adult Lake, and then somebody finishes, right? So I kind of imagine that's what happened to at least a few of the racers. Ooh, nothing in well, apparently. Mario in the chat.
Thank you, iCup, and GG. Congratulations on your win.
Yeah, first weekly win. That's pretty good.
Thankfully, Lala can't get baited into Shadow because they can't get the strength 2. Some trouble with the torch, but getting there.
I guess Lullaway might be just full clearing child now rather than later. A little surprised they didn't do Child Spirit specifically earlier, just because it's a progression dungeon. And in the same room as Liam here. Almost synced up.
Sync!
they've done a very similar or like the same amount of forest as well. So they're pretty much tied for all intents and purposes. Ooh, Rock just getting yeeted off there by the Octorok. Hate it when that happens. Meanwhile, Cubs Rule just finished. I think Forest Temple.
Yep. I imagine we'll see Shadow next.
Yep, the immediate equip, immediate warp. He's full of clearing Shadow as well. He also did a lot as child, so really is running out of checks here for Cubs. As I think the rest of the runners are as well.
Liam seems lost.
Yeah, I probably wondering what he even has left here. And with more people finishing, I think it's really just going to kind of turn the screws on the racers. At least the ones that are an item off or an item or two off. Like, what did I miss? Also, Ryu coming in 8th place. Nice. 250, 242. So 8 sub 3s so far. We'll see how many racers total will be finishing just under 3 hours.
Rockjock, finally, the first person on Restream in Go mode.
There we go.
Rosca Tyrant finishing in 9th place, 250-30.
Almost a snipe. Some people would consider that a snipe. It is under a minute.
That's like I said, it's pretty borderline.
French vanilla snipe.
Yeah, I don't see Cubs getting that boomerang for a long while, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's last location material for sure. Like, he tried to get it earlier, he just didn't have Pierre set as child, unfortunately. So you either go and bank on the 1 or 2 checks there, you finish water, or you don't go until the very end. I think are the 3 ways it could go for him.
And the fact that he's already finished water where Rockchalk was able to set Pierre at that point was part of the difference. And I think Cubs is probably going to end up doing the well and doing all the storms checks and not find anything.
It's gonna be really unfortunate for him, is for sure.
Eligacho rounding out the top 10.
255 flats. Nice. Yes, yes. More snipes. Let's go. Lee in 11th here. Okay, so we got Lullaway. He's going towards the strength now. Again, this is his third trip in Forest, and he's gonna go. He's gonna get the strength. He's gonna do it. It's happening. Thankfully, Spirit is one of the shortest dungeons to be in Go mode, so this won't take any time at all. Lullaway will also be finished. Probably around the same time that Rock Chalk is finished. I think Rock Chalk will be finished first, just because Sunrove is just so much longer than Lavagia, especially if you get the one cycle kill involved.
Yeah, it will be close here, but it's gonna be Rock Chalk, I think. And
Yeah.
Liam finally making that forest play again as well.
Okay, okay. Gonna be close between him as well and the other runners. Kind of the same situation as Lullaway. Team Strength versus Team Rang.
Flushin, 12. 57.
Very nice. Very
Well
nice. Blaze in 13th. Very nice. 257.55. Another snipe. Another snipe.
Go mode for Lullaway.
We're gonna have 3 out of 4 Go mode very soon.
Up getting golds.
Not very pleased about it.
No.
Yeah. And then it gives them the 1 rupee right after it. Very cheeky.
Steve definitely had a sense of humor.
Oh, for sure. And here's this long shot that you absolutely need, for sure. 100%.
100%.
Don't go water. And do go Adult Lake, though. Don't forget to do that. And also go Forest, because reasons.
Happy 3-hour mark, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, 14 runners have finished under 3 hours. It's pretty good. Pretty strong. 52 total, 8 forfeits. 3 hours. There's Tenacious Toad. 3 hours, 20 seconds. Not quite sub 3, but pretty good.
medallions now for Rock Chop. Gotta walk into that blue warp. Go to Ganon's castle. Cook up some bacon. Oh. ZSR bot having a little issue.
Yeah, silly bots.
Not that a tie's unheard of. It happened before.
Oh, definitely.
Dev team finishing 16.
Yeah, the Ganon's boss key is removed on the weekly settings. Yes, more snipes. Keep them going.
Coming in fast and furious now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you were feeling behind, now you 100%. Well, you're 200% for sure feeling even more behind as these people kind of snipe each other. These finishes, even more snipes. Let's go. T-Risk finishing in 19th place, 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 16 seconds. So I feel kind of bad for everyone that's not finished yet, for sure. There were a lot of options, not a lot of hints near the end game. You kind of just had to... I think banking on all dungeons was probably a good play up until, like, probably not completing water, hoping it's maybe long shots only for Spirit Temple logic if you go as Child. I think going as Child is a little bit difficult in the seed, just like kind of placing it in the route. You either go, before you even know it's pedestal, like a Valiant or Stone, or you go in your Child choose segment, and are you really going to go all the way to the right hand? Maybe not. I think it's definitely, you could definitely just do the first two as Child and then leave. Not too crazy.
Did are the streams buffering for you right now too? Just
No.
wondering.
No issues.
Okay, 1 second. We'll just do, because all the streams have started buffering on my end, so I'm just gonna do a full reload here quickly. Calm down, everyone. Not sure where that came from, but we're doing a full reload. It looks like it's getting back up. Or not. Interesting.
Okay, Rockchalk is on the Knuckles here in Ganon's castle. He just got down the second one, is entering the door to go up. And while we got Liam 6, he's in the mirror room in Spirit Temple, pushing the block here for the big room. We got Lullaway, he just entered the BK room for Twin Rova, is going to fight that Knuckle. Cubs Rule is going to the one of the Dinslock checks in Deep Shadow. Okay, Rockchalk making up his way. He's almost to Gan's door. Oh, sees a free penny on the ground. He's gonna pass it.
That could have been good luck. Watch this.
Yeah, was it face up? I don't know.
Door
It's too
fight's
far
gonna go
away.
terribly now.
I guess this is a radio broadcast now.
Oh no.
Liam
Alright.
6 playing DL. He's on the statue hand and in Spirit. Lullaway just entered. He's gonna fight Twin Rubber right now.
The Ganon fight just about to start.
We're having an interesting issue. So now someone is on the this Okay, looks like it's getting back up. Hey, we got video.
Hey, we're back.
And the
Ganondorf
crowd
fight.
goes wild. Ah. Defense. Oh, Rock Jock's on the Ganon fight now. Cubs is going to be on Bongo, and Wallaway's on Twin Rova. We got boss fights all around here. Liam 6 making up his way to Twin Rova. Let's find that BK first.
One small key away from Liam. Get the dins here. Not very useful, but I get it anyway. All the way rolling too soon and getting frozen. Wait a little while.
He hasn't hit Twin Rova yet, so he's got to wait those two ice beams, and now it should be fire.
Bongo down on the side. Rock Dock.
I'm almost there.
Just-
Twin Rova.
Almost there. More hit. Six medallions for Lolloway.
And here is Rock Shock. He just finished with a time of 3 hours, 8 minutes and 56 seconds. There we go.
GG.
GG's for sure. Looks like they will be joining us in just a few minutes, probably, for an interview.
And it looks like they just instantly cut their stream, so unfortunately now we have a black screen. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Understandable.
I usually pause the stream on the Chamber of Sages screen, but we didn't get to there.
Dang.
I'll get you like a generic like image from the internet to like put that under like the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, speaking of an interview, I got you a friend. Hello there, Rockjaw. Congrats on finishing first on the restream.
Thank you. I don't know, man. I'll take it, I guess. I don't feel too good about that one.
Yeah, how did you enjoy this seed?
I thought I was doing good, and then I saw Melrose and I Cup finish, and then I felt terrible. Because I did 1.5 dungeons for nothing. That was fun.
Yeah, that
At
long
this-
shot.
Well, okay, I knew Longshot was way the hero for Spirit Key Logic, because I did all of Child Side and got the key on right hand. But at some point, my checks were getting low, and I just decided to go for AD, because that was kind of the most check dense left. That's pretty much what my thought process was.
Yeah, this was a weird one because it was basically came down to whether or not you got the boomerang or strength 2 first, and how you routed, and specifically how you got baited from what we saw.
Yeah. I felt. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I felt my execution was pretty good this seed. Just unfortunate that I hadn't set Scarecrow until like, I don't even remember, 2 hours in or something. So that was fun. If I had Scarecrow, I probably would have hopped down to Lake after I grabbed Longshot. But who knows, honestly.
A couple kind of unfortunate, but pretty mean item placements. Like the Rang at Adult Lake is a little out there. The Dens and Spirits definitely mean if you don't get that Rang as well. Just completely for Shadow, and then Song of Storms, and that opens the bottom of the well, and well, we all know that's not going to lead to anything. I think we've seen everything else on the stream for the most part.
See.
You all did the same opener though. Open Grotto and Owl. Everyone on Restream. Everyone did 3 song for the most part. The only real difference early on was that the Valley play for you and Lullaway, I believe.
Oh, I didn't go Valley.
Oh, did you not go Valley? Oh, that was oh right, that was Lehman Cub, so that was my bad.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, for the most part, I think your routing was pretty conservative. Like it was pretty, like you didn't take a lot of risks in a lot of places. It was pretty.
Yeah, I usually route pretty conservative, honestly.
I think early on, if you had pushed Ice Cavern, you had a pretty sizable lead on Restream for a while, and then you definitely lost the lead for at least the mid game for sure. I think that Boomerang had a lot to do with it as well. Pretty much your go mode.
Yeah.
But I think, you went Backchild at 44 minutes, and then you went to Ice at 118.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest time loss there, for sure.
I think part of my reasoning on that was I hadn't gotten the Bolero song yet. Just because I wanted to see if Epona was really in Ice, and I don't know. I think the better play was definitely just go straight Ice, but oh well, it happens.
Easier to know in hindsight, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking about it too as I was going to Bolero, like, I should really just be going to Ice right now, but I wanted to see what the Bolero song was, so...
Especially finding a Minuet and Saria's earlier on, and a lot of times if you skip Ice, it's probably, you're thinking maybe a Reforest Axis or something like that.
Yeah.
So that definitely didn't help that kind of situation out. Pretty good hints overall, though, let's see.
Was it double Goron City? No, it couldn't have been double Goron City. I didn't get the last Way of the Hero.
It was Deku Tree, actually.
Oh.
It was in the back of the lake.
What was there again? It was Hookshot was there, yeah.
Hookshot, Magic Strength.
Oh yeah,
So
forgot about those two.
Like if everyone got that Way of the Hero hint, I think at the point where you go water or you go forest, I think it could point to forest. So maybe a little bit more, you could see it that way for sure if you had the hint.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or, just a hookshot Way of the Hero in general, right? That could lead to the Rang and Lake too. But that long shot in Fortress, that was interesting with GTG.
Yeah. That was pretty silly. I was expecting it to be on HBA, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I kind of was thinking as well. Just anything, like, not a stone item that pretty much locked to nothing in the end. So it's just logic, like you said.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, so I think I'm gonna head out. I gotta get some food before it's too late, so thanks for having me on the restream, and GG's to everyone.
GG's. Thank you again for joining us.
Of course.
Right, and we have Liam 6. He's making his way up to Ganondorf. Lullaway is on Ganon as well.
Cubs is heading for the well.
The OoTR is approaching maximum move here for Cubs. It's definitely sad. I mean, he did. Well, I guess he didn't clear. Yeah. Could even go for like a beam play, just because he did buy the one beam. I don't know if he actually planted that anywhere.
I don't.
Instead of sitting
know.
Here, he could just go get another beam real quick after the well, and then just go plant it, go lake, instead of getting Pierre.
Yeah,
Sure.
that seems likely where things are going. And that's going to be after the well at this point.
Oh yeah, he definitely planted one in the graveyard for the, I think his second bottle before ice. So he would have to go back to river anyway. I think it would be a little faster, maybe. No Serenade still. Okay, Liam getting
Holloway
close.
is finished.
Oh, nice. Got a 25th place. Time of 3:18 exactly. I like the flat times a lot. It's very clean looking.
Alright, before I swap over the audio here, just want to tell people that we have unfortunately run out of what we like to call clean game audio. Which means we're going to be putting audio on with where the streamer is talking. So just so you don't get confused, I'll try to put some filter magic on it so it doesn't, you know, leak through as much. But unfortunately, that is what we have to make do. But yeah, it looks like Lullaway is opting in for the interview as well. So we'll get Lullaway in as soon as possible as well.
All right.
Liam starting the Ganon fight. Did he lose jump slash? No, I don't think so.
I looked away for a minute. He might have.
Oh, he's fine.
No, okay. He's good.
His feed is very dark, so it was hard to tell.
Yeah. I'd imagine the capture card probably is just dark or something. Pretty sure it's on VC.
I think so, yeah.
And Liam just about to finish here. Probably relieved, based on how the seed went for him.
This was a trip.
So Steve is something.
This seed was a trip.
Cup saying it on stream. This seed was something.
Oh shit! The snipe from what the hell's here? Oof. Let the snipes rain down.
GG's to Liam, 27th place.
Forest one.
3-20-21.
Fine, we'll save quit.
Yeah, GG's.
There's bigger on sword.
Yes, yes! More snipes! Snipe City, USA.
I got you a friend.
Yeah. And welcome, Lullaway. GG's.
Oh, EG.
Welcome.
Played that terribly. I'm so sad.
Yeah, how'd you enjoy the seed?
I really liked the first half of it. I thought that was really fun, but as soon as I had to find strength 2, I just didn't know what to do because I was so confused by the logic. I thought it had to do something with long shot because Ice Cavern had Epona's song, and Epona-san got me to Gerudo Valley, which got me long shot. I'm like, oh, it's probably Water Temple. Did Water Temple, got nothing but fire arrows. I'm like, all right, I go check the Wasteland, I guess, because there's nothing else I could do fire arrows for. And then I was just like, I don't know, man. I had no idea. There was nothing that was pointing me at Forest Temple, it felt like. So I don't like Forest Temple. I didn't want to go there. I did everything else beside it. When I got to Forest Temple, I was just thinking, I can't think of any more checks I can go do. I've literally done everything, and it's frustrating that I got halfway through Forest Temple, and I was like, no, I'm gonna leave, dude. I want to go do other stuff. I really don't want to be here. Ugh.
Totally fair.
So, yeah. So the long shot was required for spirit key logic.
That's
there
so
was
dumb.
It is kind of dumb.
So, okay. Oh, my God. No. Yeah. That's what really got me with this one. I think if I had just not found anything in... if I had not found anything in Gerudo Fortress, I would not have gone, like, water. I would not have done any of that. I probably would have gone forest a lot earlier. I don't know. It was just... I didn't want to do forest, and then I just made the mistake of doing, like, everything else.
Yeah, one of the hardest items to get in the seed was that boomerang. I think.
Really?
Outside of that, yeah, I mean, you don't have serenades. If you don't do lake in your opener, when are you gonna go there? Like, it's not.
I didn't feel like it was too far out of my way, honestly, with the routing that I did. I'm actually really happy with the routing I was able to do, including the skull routing, because I felt like it was pretty well routed for the most part, but it was just everything after that felt like really complex.
Yeah, it can be like that sometimes. I think you made up a lot of time near the end. Rockjack had a pretty significant lead for probably the first half of the restream, and then near the end you were definitely making up a lot of time, so it's pretty cool to watch.
I think I would have gotten a really good time if I had just bit the bullet and gone into Forest earlier, because I had it in the back of my mind that, like, Forest could really have anything. I have access to everything in it, and I was just like, there are just so many other checks I'd rather be doing, because Forest is just like, it's a slog, especially when it's a stone and you don't know if it's Baron or Way of the Hero. It's just a slog of you don't know what's going to happen. And I made a bad choice and didn't go there.
I mean, it being 16 minutes in length, right, it's not helping anything either, so it's a tough call to make.
And
you don't know exactly where the item's going to be.
And especially if you don't want to, commit to the AD play, it can be difficult at that point to
I had a feeling it was not going to be AD, because I was like, if it was AD, they would have already given me, they would have easily already given me Din's Fire. Like, if I had Din's Fire early, I probably would have done Shadow and gone for, like, Forest to do AD, but considering that it was buried in Spirit Temple, I was just like, there's no way that it's going to be AD. I just had that thought.
Welcome to Liam as well, GG's.
Yo, GG everybody.
GG, man.
That was a ruffle shuffle.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that.
Excuse me.
I thought the first half was good. I don't know how you think about it, Liam.
I guess the first half was okay. I don't know. Like, it was pretty bomb locked for a little while. From what I could tell, it was like bomb locked until you got to Zora's River. So you needed that silver scale. And that silver scale was pretty easy to get, I guess. It's just you weren't doing Dodongo's Cavern in that particular moment. I don't know. I really don't know the logic of the seed. For some reason, Ice Caverns was Way of the Hero. Why?
It was for a long shot.
Yeah.
Why?
It was Epona's to get the long shot for spirit key logic. Because there's a key on the right.
Logic?
There's a key on the right hand, and that requires long shot.
That's what that was about? Oh!
Yeah.
My time save!
That's what I'm saying. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know what item was the thing that got you stuck up the most, but for me it was strength 2.
Yeah,
if I had not gone long shot, I would have easily gone into forest earlier.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah,
like it would have made sense, but giving me long shot, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm doing water. Like, yeah, sure, it's only
Oh, yeah,
4
100%.
like item checks, but like, there's a good chance that there's something in there.
yeah,
like,
it's like well, long shots.
Iron
gotta go to
boots
Stump.
were accessible. Long shot was way of the hero. So dumb.
Yeah, that was so gnarly. As soon as I got the iron boots, I was like, this probably means nothing. Who needs boots? Not right now. And then I got the long shot, and I was just like, this is not going well. I was like, how could this be way of the hero in any regard?
And then you know
it's just not
GPG's
happening.
foolish, so you're never entering there, but you still have to go. That's the
It's-
best part.
If I knew that was what the way of the hero was gonna be from that whole debacle, I'd have never went Ice Cavern because I had the mirror shield.
Yeah,
there's
it
nothing
was
else for me.
an actual just waste of. I mean, it was, I guess, nice to get like the wallet so you could get a Goron tunic, but at the same time, it's like it really didn't even matter. Like, boss key was so early.
Yeah, I know. It was just really weird seed. I guess the first half was okay. Like
I didn't have any problems with it because the 10-pack I got from Impa's house got me through the Dongan's Cavern, and then I had Scale, and I'm like, well, and I already have Letter, I might as well go Zora River.
Yeah.
And then I just got bombs like right after that. So
Nice.
So it's like,
Did
I don't
you-
know. Huh?
Did you get the Zora's River bombs or the Zora's Domain bombs?
So I got the domain bombs. I went into Fountain because I used my last chew accidentally.
Oh.
I messed up in DC, so I used my last chew, and I'm like, shoot. So then I was like, hopefully I get bombs when I go here. I got bombs, and I was like, sweet. I checked, and I got Mirror Shield, and then I left through River, and then I got another bomb bag there. So like, bombs weren't even in a bad spot. It was just the second half of the seed was confusing.
Yeah, you're right. The bombs weren't so bad because once you got them, it's like, oh well, yeah, that wasn't too hard to get. It was just staring down that Dodongo's cavern without bombs, and then like I was so much I wanted to do because Goron City was way of the hero, and I was like walking past all the bomb checks. Like that was the aggravating part of the early game, but that was nothing compared to how confusing that end game was.
Yeah, it was interesting because like I usually like to do like my early route as child. I do my route that I like, and then I want to go adult and I want to stay adult, and I only stayed adult for like 15 minutes, and then I was like, I have to go back child. Everything points for me to go like Zora side right now, and that's always a really like it's frustrating to me because like I just don't like doing so much early child. I feel like there's so many better checks you can do as adult faster.
No, it's fair.
Yeah, the end of this was like really gut wrenching from our perspective because we knew that strength was in forest, and Liam, you had gone there early without a bow,
Sure. Yeah, I was even concerned. I was like, could I have done it then? It's like, not without a bow.
and Lullaway, you put it off till really late, and then you went back into fire after beating it, and then Liam, you like saved in fire after beating it, got for roars,
I know.
thought about it.
I really
Walked
did.
the minuet, and yeah, we could
saw
see-
There.
yeah.
You saw the thought process. You know, I was like, I
Yeah.
have this plan going on. I was like, Feroz is the exact thing that ruins this plan. Now I don't know what to believe.
See, I didn't have Ferraris, so when I finished like Fire Temple, I was like, sure, it's kind of easy to get here with Minuet, but like, what's the chance that I'm back in this area again? There's zero chance. If there's an item in here, I am missing it. I might as well clear it now. That was like my thought process. It obviously did not pay off.
Hey, what was strength 3?
Shadow.
Yuck.
Oh,
That's
midway through
disgusting.
Shadow, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty brutal. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't get that Din's Fire until I was done, or else I would have definitely gone Shadow.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree.
Well, it turned out to be a team strength versus team ring, and I guess team strength won.
Yeah, that ring's in a pretty rough spot too, because there's just no Serenade. There was like, when are you ever really gonna cart Adult Link down there, especially without the hammer? It's like you have no reason to go Fire Temple.
It wasn't that bad for me because right after I went through Ice Cavern and I got Long Shot, I was like, oh, I'm right here. I can just go do all of my lake checks.
Nice.
And so, like, I don't know. For me, it like worked out because I went up there and I'm like, oh, okay, boomerang. Now I can just go straight back, do Jabu.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
I don't know. Sometimes
Baronade having hammer was so mean.
I was pretty happy.
Why
about
was it
that.
there?
I was so happy. I was like, this job
I mean, it was
sucks.
good.
Just give me something.
I don't really think I'm
Yeah.
making the wrong plays, to be honest.
I really wasn't in any rush to do fire. I just didn't want any part of it.
I made the play.
Well, like, since
Look-
you knew that you didn't need any more like important songs, like it didn't even matter that Forest Medallion was on
Right.
Fire Temple. It was just a medallion. Like, you just had to do it at some point. Is the way that I saw it.
The only thing I could have done different.
Yeah, I was
than not-
struggling with that all dungeons possibility for a good while. I was like, I wasn't sure. With the Song of Storms being on Way of the Hero, or not Way of the Hero, but Ocarina of Time, that really does put a late. Like, even I was thinking, it's like, well, if it's just one item, it shouldn't be bottom of the well. But you know, those other
There's-
checks.
There's a lot.
Yeah, Song of Storms opens 3 things in the overworld.
And it really seemed that way for a while. And I think around the 2-hour mark was when we found out it wasn't all dungeons that we knew where Strength 2
Wow.
and where the Boomerang were. And it's just bait for days, just all over the place.
Tons of bait. That Way of the Hero really didn't help.
Yeah, I think that was like the big problem. Was there anything on CAC besides ZL for Way of the Hero?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, that was it.
I
That
hate
was it.
this. Is starting to frustrate me because every seed that I play just is like, oh yes, CAC is Way of the Hero. It's like, thanks. It's not like I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna check it. Like,
Yeah.
does it help? But then it's like ZL, and it's like, well, I wouldn't have figured that one out on my own. Thank you, game.
Like,
Oh,
It's-
we've had lots of complaints about the strength of hints, so here you go. You have
That's fair.
points now. How do you like that?
it's like as close as it can get to be Baron, and it's like just one thing, and it's still hinted Way of the Hero. Like that's as bad as the meme can get.
And the Deku Tree didn't help either. Like, having Deku Tree Way of the Hero was not helpful for me because it's like, okay, obviously you need strength, you need magic, you need hookshot, and none of these
Yeah.
things are like exclusively opening up anything right now. So
But
it
Deku was
doesn't
Way of the
push me
Hero.
anywhere.
Yeah, it was Back of the Lake. That was
Oh,
the 5th Way of the
gotcha.
Hero.
Yeah,
And the hookshot Way of the Hero might have pushed a lot of people towards the hookshot specific checks, and you didn't have
Maybe.
GTG as a possibility.
Assumed Dins was out there somewhere, so I just dove into
Yeah, there just needed to be a reason or a way to get Adult Link down to Lake Hylia. And there just really wasn't. It's like Epona's Song was so far away. By the time you get Epona's Song, you're pretty well ready for the long shot, and then you're in the area. Yeah, I think if you could have gotten that boomerang early, though, that would have been so nice. I don't know. It's like, I'm not sure if I... I don't think I could have done Jabu in that first cycle. Yeah, you have to go Adult and then get the boomerang and then go back to Child.
Yeah.
I think the best thing you can do is like once you get long shot in Fortress, is then drop down to Lake, and hopefully you have Scarecrow set at that point,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can get the boomerang then. Like that's the best way I can see to route it in, but I still feel like you probably fall for like deep fire or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
One of the options.
never really.
I mean, it was nice that once I got the last check, I knew that like the last 2 things in fire were keys, and I'm like, I don't have to go to the top. Get me out of here.
Yeah. Immediately.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Last place I want to be.
Yeah, you don't want the old 50-50, then it's another 50-50, and it's another 50-50. Can I leave yet? It's always
Yeah.
Fire Temple for me.
to Shadow get me.
I feel like if I had just gotten like gone into forest early, I don't know what would have possessed me to do that because I am not a forest fan, but if something had possessed me to go into forest like after I completed fire, I think I could have completed this seed under 3 hours easily.
Oh,
Like-
easy, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's what's most frustrating about it is like the seed had really good potential and then I just threw away the last piece.
one of the harder parts about Rando is that you can have like things that are on kind of your radar as being like better than some other areas, but a lot of the times the worst area in the game could just have an item, and
Mhm.
if it's
Yeah, like for no reason.
really, yeah, and if you kind of really devalue it a lot, it's gonna eventually get back to you if you play enough seeds. It's just kind of how it works. So it really depends on the context and decision points, I think, at the time, more or less, but rough to see regardless.
I don't know. I definitely like it when a seed like pushes me to think outside of the box and like figure things out and not just be AD where you have to just go everywhere and complete it. Everybody else is gonna go everywhere and complete it, and there isn't like a real like skill to it. I like it when the seed like pushes you, but the location of second strength was just dumb.
Oh, I want
And the
to
most
argue that all
frustrating thing is
dungeons-
that like strength 3 wasn't even accessible, so I couldn't even get it out of logic.
Yeah. That's what we were wondering the whole time. Is like, oh, maybe he's gonna find another strength and fire. Oh, maybe water will
That's
have
what I was
another
hoping for.
strength. Yeah.
No dice.
That would have saved me.
I was just I was really concerned for a long time. I thought that fire arrows were somehow way of the hero. A long shot into fire arrows on Morpha. Like
I had the same idea.
That logic would have been nuts because it would have been Ice Cavern's way of the hero for Epona's Song to get to Gerudo Fortress to get the long shot to do Water Temple to get fire arrows, and that's why I went to Haunted Wasteland because I was like, this is the only way. This is the only fire check that I need this for.
Looks like
was
Cubs is gonna get the boomerang here.
Yeah,
coming
here it
up.
comes.
I don't know if we wanted to
Oh
listen.
boy. Does he go do fishing first? Oh no.
I promise that if Cups gets close to this, then I will I will remove all the filters and I will just put Cups audio. I think he's going for it, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
he's
going for
right
it.
about to get it.
For it.
Alright, well, I'm 1 second.
Hammer. Yep. Fuck off, game. That's my own fault. I should have come out here when I went to turn in the letter. I just brain farted.
I think in the professional sphere, we like to call that extra large oof size.
Extra large
Yeah.
oof.
Pretty big. oof.
That is the technical term, yes.
Oh, that's so rough.
Alright, well, I guess we're finishing. I guess we'll keep Cups on.
I mean, what does he have? Just Jabu and fire? That shouldn't take that long.
No, yeah. You could be done by the 4-hour mark.
God, I hope.
Now, hold on. I would like to contest something there about all dungeons being less skill than a jet
No,
seat.
no. It's not that it's less skill, but it's like you already know that you have to go everywhere. So, like, if I knew the seed was all dungeons, I wouldn't have held off Forest Temple. It was available. I would have
Right.
gone to it. I knew that the seed wasn't all dungeons, so I was like, there are better checks that I'd rather do. So
I
I
get
think that like there's a little bit less skill involved in routing when it comes to all dungeons because
Oh, yeah,
you know
for
you
sure.
have to go everywhere anyways. That's my opinion on it, at least. But I at least from my experience, that's what seems to hold true.
That's fair. I just generally considered routing to be part of the luck aspect of Randomizer, as opposed to the skill side of it, which is the mechanical game playing.
Oh yeah, I honestly feel like the routing is something that takes skill because
it does.
I can see people that like out route me, but then they just like they don't route Skulltulas at all within that route. So I have a slower route with more Skulltulas, and then I get ahead because there's something on 20. Like I've had that happen multiple times, and so it like at least from my perspective, it's
What is that?
there's so
Is that
much
skill
depth
routing?
that goes into routing itself that it's a skill to be able to route properly. Though when it's not AD, yes, there is a lot of randomness that goes with it.
All right, fair enough.
But not every seed is cookie cutter follow your way of the hero breadcrumb trail, you know? So, I mean, the seeds that are like that, everybody finishes within a half an hour of each other. There's no variety. Those aren't fun seeds.
No, that's fair.
All right. Any final thoughts, guys? Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
No, another fine Saturday.
It's still better than my average time that I complete seeds in, so I can't be too mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta take the victories where you can.
Gotta think about the big picture stuff, especially if you want to get better. It's a big thing to focus on, I think, rather than getting hung up on like an item you missed or
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
a good play that didn't work out sometimes. It's just the nature of randomizer.
Yeah, you got to be ready for it to just not work out as well as you'd hoped.
That's not limited to like Zelda randomizer either. It happens in like every randomizer.
It's just random stuff that it's just it.
Sometimes
There's
you make a
no
bad play.
guarantees until you're in go mode.
Yeah.
It's really what it comes down.
All right, so I have some information that we are actually gonna send it over to Cups here. So
Oh, right on.
yeah, we're gonna send it over to Cups because Cups obviously still has like 2 dungeons left to go, and Cups said, you know, Cups left it up, and we decided to roll with that. So before we end it off here, I just want to quickly remind people that if you like OT randomizer content, the EU Weekly is tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central European Summer Time, or you know, if you're American and want to play the EU Weekly, it's at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So pretty early, but you could wake up for it if you want to be crazy. And then also, we have some awesome tournament matches for you tomorrow. Do want to bring attention to one big thing that's going to be happening. The OT Bingo tournament has its semifinals tomorrow, has one of the semifinals matches. It's Exodus versus Duke, and that's going to happen at 10 p.m. Central European Summer Time or 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. So, that's the most important thing probably tomorrow. But yeah, if there's anything anyone in the call wants to say, and now's the perfect time, and then we'll send it over to Cups.
I think that about does it. Again, if you want to volunteer to help out with these restreams, I think we're always looking for volunteers, so definitely do that if you're interested. It's very fun.
Yep, you can use the link that just popped up in chat with the exclamation volunteer command. Can always use that, if you lose the link or whatever. OOT always likes new commentators and trackers. Alright. With that being said, anything last thoughts? Anything else?
Thank you very much for the feature. This was a great race. And congratulations and GG to all those taking part of it.
Thank you for joining us, guys.
It's been very fun.
Yeah, GG.
Hell yeah.
No problem. Thank
Peace.
you for providing the perspective for us. Alright,
Much love. Peace out.
we'll send it over. Awesome stuff, everyone. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
See ya.
They're gonna end up to 3. The only question is who's gonna have the 6.